All right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Yes, release the Kraken. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on this Saturday mid-afternoon game here between the Buffalo Sabres and the Seattle Kraken. I am Don. This here is Buffalo Sports Center. Make sure to like, and I will definitely remind you guys of that fact during the stream here today. The Sabres are coming into this hockey game on a bit of a skid. They haven't really been skidding at all since this whole generational run began on December 9th. But this week, they've lost 3 in a row. 2 of them were in overtime. The game last night against Detroit, they lost 5-2 in regulation, and perhaps their weakest game in 2 months. Comparable game would be that Pittsburgh Penguins game, but the Sabres have a quick opportunity to rinse and repeat here tonight against the Seattle Kraken. But Sawyer, what's going on? Smooth Gaming, what's going on? My day's been good. I hope you guys, your days have been great as well. Remy, what's going on? Jack Quinn Haight is back. But it's nice to see you. Jay, what's going on, Jason? Owen Power -3 tonight. Remy, let's be happier, okay? I know the Sabres have been really awful this week, but I don't know. They gotta hopefully be better here. Audio just completely gone for you. Is that the case for everyone else? Can you guys hear me? My bar says that it's my bar says that I'm putting out some audio, so let me know if you can't hear me. Oh, okay. Sawyer says never mind. All right. Phew. Don't have to run into any of that sort of stuff. But Seattle, meanwhile, they're chasing the Nashville Predators for that second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. It's kind of a dog shoot over there with that stuff, but Seattle, they're only 3 points out of it. They're a desperate hockey team, much like Detroit last night. The Sabres are going to have to match their energy levels. And Seattle, they just went to Tampa a few nights ago and beat the Lightning, so these guys are no pushovers. Anywho, starting goalies, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres. I have his jersey on right here, his goat head. As for Seattle, it'll be Philip Grubauer. 1393 record for Grubauer, 263 goals against average with a 909 save percentage. Renzek, what's going on? Clearly? Looks like Tyson Kozak has re-entered the lineup here for the Buffalo Sabres. And I didn't see the opening lineup. I usually don't check those out. I like to be surprised, I guess. That's my excuse for being lazy. So I don't know what the defense is looking like here for tonight's game. If anyone has a lineup card and wants to plop it in the chat, that'd be awesome. Looks like Connor Timmins will be playing again tonight. He's not someone that I really have an issue with. Logan Stanley had a pretty awful game last night. So I hope we don't see that. But anyways, we are about to get underway here, folks. Fourth lines are out there here for the Buffalo Sabres. First line out there for Tampa, for the Seattle Kraken. And we are underway. Sabres win the faceoff. They'll send it straight in on Grubauer, and he will quickly cover that one up. No changes on D. What the heck's Lindy's obsession with Logan Stanley? I know we paid way too much for him at the trade deadline, but come on. He had a horrible game. Took way too many silly penalties, and that's a big key here for the Buffalo Sabres tonight. The reason why they couldn't get into a groove last night is because they were continuously going to the penalty kill, and it costed them early. They gave up 2 quick power play goals to the Detroit early in that first period last night. So Buffalo, stay out of the penalty box. Here are the Kraken after a faceoff win. Stevenson with a little bit of space. He took the shot. Headstrong, thank you for continuously being a member. Sabres nearly had a 2-on-1, but that pass was just outside of Krebs' reach. Seattle will just send it back into the Sabres zone here. Buffalo with the stretch pass. Tuck touches it into the offensive zone here. Played around by Riker Evans. Seattle now trying to skate up to this puck. Eberle chasing after it. Can't get to it before Dahlin, and Dahlin will flick it forward. Here's Tuck across the line. Centers this one into the high slot. No one can get a stick on it. Sabres still have possession, though. Good play by Dahlin. There's a quick shot at the point. Deflected on goal. Grubauer makes the stop, and Seattle will clean up the rebound. Yeah, and I got this on DH gate, so it's not even a kosher UPO jersey, but it came out real nice. Here's a shot from Montour right on. Luukkonen with a good save. That's another big key here. The goalies for Buffalo have been pretty lackluster this week, so would like to see an improvement from those guys. But already there is clearly a ton more space here in this hockey game. There's Quinn with a quick shot. McLeod, oh, how did he not clean up the rebound? There's another quick shot from the point. Right on. Grubauer will hold on. No rebounds. And then Montour with an extra slash on Zucker after the play is over. So already a couple grumpy teams here. Wise, Metsa, and Rochester. We're going to talk about Metsa. Don't worry. Whenever I have an opportunity, I'll deliver a full dissertation on my thoughts on the Zach Metsa send down. Yeah. Dahlin has been a rock star for 50 games now. You know what, Smooth Gaming? I feel like that's what we want from our third pairing. I don't want to notice them. I don't want to see them. They're there to eat minutes and let the top 4 guys rest. But I've noticed them a bit too much the last week. Stanley, typical Stanley. Bad breakout pass the first time. He gets it back again, and now he'll float it towards Doan. Doan now finds Benson on the near side. Benson, high slot. Norris with a shot. That one took a deflection and goes out of play. That was a good block there from the Seattle Kraken. I think that was Evans. But Buffalo really stretching Seattle right now on the rush. Love to see that continue here. And there's a close-up of Logan Stanley. Please stay out of the box, Logan. Please. Well, Jay, the big reason why Stanley isn't meshed is because Ruff's system right now has a lot of mobility from his defensemen, jumping up into the play, starting rushes, leading them as well, going to the net. Stanley doesn't really move. He's a big, lumbering, kind of slow guy, and he's more of a stay-at-home, just kind of sits back, doesn't really pass all that well, so stylistically, he doesn't mesh much with the shit. I apologize, ladies and gents. My internet. Fuck's sake. Oh, look at that. I missed a bunch of action here. Alright, I'll let that catch up here. Sabres are about to go on the power play, folks. Sorry you missed that. Already a rough day.
The kind of guy, since you're on a...
No, Sawyer, it's me. It's always me. It's always me. We just missed a whole minute because everything crashed. No. It's me. Don't worry, guys. Alright. Can ESPN stop trying to catch up? We're already caught up. Stop messing with me. Alright, just keep crashing, guy. Ah! Alright, I'm just gonna keep letting it fluctuate. Stop! So we got a power play here for the Sabres. Yeah, internet issues. There's always internet issues when it comes to me. Zucker in front of the net. Looks like this puck leaks to the blue line before, again, my thing buffers. Why? Why? Oh, I reset it and everything. Oh my god. What in the world is going on? See, the internet's going just fine downstairs, folks. Alright, this is gonna be... Now it's just... Oh my god. Alright. I don't even know where we're at. Oh, looks like we're back. Oh, hello. So we missed 2 minutes. Yay! Wi-Fi. Jason. Alright, so we missed almost that entire power play. There's 30 seconds left here. Sabres have it in the Kraken zone. Second unit out here. McLeod with the puck right now. Slides it down low! Straight into the glove of Grubauer. And now we jump forward a little bit. ESPN's going to start messing with me. Tuck with the opportunity. Haha. Yeah, I guess so. The Muskrat did it, okay? So the Sabres right now are just stacking up the shots at the moment. Sabres keep it in. Yeah. Here's McLeod. Down low to Benson. Back to McLeod. Doesn't shoot. Tries to throw it in the bumper. Tuck couldn't get a clean shot off. It ricochets to the corner. Now to the side here. McLeod back to Byram. His shot off the high glass. It sits at the side of the crease it up. And he will clear. And that's going to do it for this power play. Lord help me. I'm just going to move the router up to this room, I think, in the future. Maybe it's too far away. Yeah, and we're gone again. There's... I guess so, Sawyer. He's using up too much of the internet right now. Alright, there's 15 minutes left in this first. Power at the line. He slides it across. There's a shot right on. Grubauer kicks it to the corner here. It sits there with Kozak on the backhand. He'll play it to the point. Across. Power with a one-timer. Straight into the chest of Grubauer. A Wi-Fi extender? I don't know. I always complain about this and I do nothing, so this is on me at this point. If you're still with me, thanks. Thanks for riding through the adversity. It's going, well, no, it's green, it's green. I'm in the green for now, okay? Temporarily, we're in the green. At the intermission, I'm gonna screw around with it. I may cut out again. Oh, nope, there it goes. I spoke too soon. Face off in the Kraken zone. Seattle wins it. Montour, his pass to the point, goes out of the reach of one teammate, but they're able to follow up here. Here's Molgaard sending that towards the net, broken up by Dahlin. Nick is done. He's in the... Oh, Tuck. Yeah. Here. Now it's just... What is going on? This is really frustrating me. Oh, and it looks like we just got called for something. Yep. Good job, Tuck. Okay. Looks like Seattle's going to the power play. Don't know what the time on the clock is. 14:17. All right, so I missed a little bit there. So the Sabres have had a really bad week for penalty killing. We'll see if that continues here today. And I hope my internet just rides with me. All right, face off. One here by the Sabres. Timmins will send it down the ice. Yeah, that was not a good play by Tuck. Alrighty, well, I hope... Hope you guys... It's gonna keep cutting in and out, I think. If that's annoying, I may just turn off my video and you guys can listen to me, which is annoying. Samuelson, there's a loose puck behind the net. Sabres get to it again. They'll get around the boards and out. Sent down the far end of the ice. 1.5 minutes left on this Kraken power play. Tuck again. 2 minutes in the box for a trip. How am I watching? I have ESPN Plus. Power from behind the net. Sends it out in front. Vince Dunn's shot hits the glass. No one knows where it went. And it's just... Looks like it just went up and out of play. Alright, alright. Don't say anything. I'm not gonna say anything about the I word. No, see, this is what happens. It just cut out. Just crashed again. It just crashed again. Okay. 13:25 to go. Everyone's disliking this. For the moment. Don't say anything, Sawyer. You guys are gonna jinx it. Please don't jinx me. I don't know why it's really bad today, but... Alright, draw to the left of the Sabres' goal here. Kraken win it to the point. There's a one-timer from Montour. Blasted on goal. Rebound. Missed by Kakko. And then the Sabres can clear. A minute left on this power play now. But the Sabres really got to crack down on... They got to crack down on these dumbass power plays. Or penalties. Is that Brassmaster or Grassmaster? I do have Spectrum, yes. Down in the corner, up top to Montour. Out wide, one-timer. Good save by Luukkonen, and the Sabres can clear again. But yes, I do have Spectrum, and Spectrum is garbage. They noticed that there was an issue. I think we had bought the wrong thing, but Spectrum is always rough. Their coverage is not great. Good couple of breakups at the Sabres blue line. The Sabres will clear. That'll probably do it here for this Kraken power play. Dunn leading one last rush here, and Tuck, he is going to exit the penalty box. Sabres back to even strength here as they dump the Kraken dump it into the zone. Ooh, Myers gets crunched there by Samuelsson in the corner. Yeah, typically, if you're 4 hours away from Buffalo in any direction, you'll get blacked out by ESPN. It's really stupid, but that's just what they do. Like, I get blacked out. I can't watch Columbus or Nashville games here in Louisville. Samuelsson now in the Kraken zone. He'll feed it into the corner here. Here's Tage Thompson back towards Alex Tuck. He'll send it to the point. Samuelsson with the keep-in. He'll just spin around with it. Still right inside that blue line now. Krebs' pass is cut off, and the Kraken will just get it outside the line. Krebs now, and they're offsides. Sabres are offsides. Yeah, if you're in Buffalo, you can't watch ESPN Plus. They're going to make you buy the MSG package, or Gotham Sports, or whatever it's called now. But just as we're good again, MSG goes to a commercial break. Yeah, Doan's been quiet this week as well. Oh, wow, you're still blacked out? Yeah, I mean, I know you can usually check it online. The NHL, they have, on their website, they have like a blackout thing where you can punch in your zip code and they'll tell you what games you can't watch. So that's how I did it, to be able to tell which teams I can't see. Send Tuck to the AHL. Remy's pissed off with Tuck's play. Is that true? I mean, I haven't checked the box score from the last few games. I feel like Doan's been out there. I just haven't... He was on a line, for the Boston game especially, it was on a line with him, Norris, and Benson. And I was noticing him getting a lot of minutes that game. Couldn't really tell with the Detroit one, because I was pirating it and the feed was a little choppy, so... Yeah, if you have a VPN, that'll help you out a lot. I mean, when in doubt for me here, I just switch my VPN to, like, California or something. And I think that's outside Buffalo's blackout zone. I agree with you guys. Doan is a rock star, and he should be getting more minutes, especially over guys like Ryan McLeod. McLeod is really struggling at the moment, folks. He's not shooting the puck. He's overpassing. He's being a little too ginger and going into the corners and whatnot, so McLeod should be getting a little less minutes. We got 24 people. Make sure, folks, if you haven't already disliked this video because of my choppiness, make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, we return to play here. The Sabres just outside the Kraken zone. They win the faceoff. They try to chip it deep into the Kraken end. They can't. They'll just keep it at the blue line. Here's Byram walking across it. He finds Dahlin. Dahlin's shot, glove down, sent to the corner there. Couple sticks tied up there. There's a battle. Sabres with McLeod here. Back up top, Quinn's shot blocked, and here's a breakaway. Oh, but he skated over the puck. That was Berkeley Cadden, who had a lane towards the net, but he just overskated the puck, and now the Sabres can come back the other way. Here's Byram pulling up at the blue line. Byram walks, and now the Sabres going to get called for another penalty. Dahlin is going to get called for an interference, the pick play at the blue line, and Seattle's going back to the power play. The Sabres' disciplined woes continue. Dahlin wasn't even moving. Kakko skated straight into Dahlin. He wasn't moving. He just spun him down. Dahlin spun Kakko down, and I guess that's a call. So the Seattle Kraken going back to the power play. And they're second of the period already, and there's still 10:46 left in the first. This is a major problem right now for Buffalo. Luukkonen is in net for the Sabres. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Face off to the left of Luukkonen. The Sabres win the draw, get it to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Bobby McMahon. Bobby McMahon has it on the near side board. Sabres tie his stick up, and now they'll clear it down the ice. Here's Montour now, skating out from his own zone. Sabres with a couple good sticks force the Kraken back a little bit, but here they come again. Tolvanen gains the line, but can't keep it in. Montour forced back to the neutral zone. He'll play a pass back into the Sabres' end, and that's going to be offside, so they won't touch it. The Sabres now will have free reign to send it down the ice. Yep, of course, Justin. Yeah, the Sabres really just got to stop putting themselves in these bad positions. Eberle now carrying to center and beyond. He'll find it to Dunn. His pass jumps over Dunn's stick, and Seattle forced back to center. Here's Chandler Stevenson now, the former Golden Knight. Goes across. Eberle will just gain the zone and fire it around. Yeah, the government's still shut down. They're always shut down. Okay, and there goes the internet again. Here's Eberle trying to kick it in his teammate's direction. He just gets it to the point. Dunn, far side. They walk it towards the net. Luukkonen hugs his post, makes the save. The rebound kept it. They spin it back out top. Dunn across, one-timer, blocked by Stanley. He can't find the puck. Now the Sabres try to jump on it. Benson can't get out of the zone. Now Stanley will. With 10 seconds to go, the Sabres clear the zone. So as the Kraken's penalty Kraken power play ticks down, the Sabres jump back out to 5-on-5 even strength hockey here. There's a quick... Oh, wow. Ooh, there was another chance that went in through the crease here. Kraken still putting up some pressure as the Sabres return to even strength. Molgaard sends it down low. He gets it back again, trying to find a teammate. He can't. The Sabres just whacking away at this puck. Now they'll get it out of the zone, tipped away by Kozak. Buffalo changing now. Here comes Riker Evans again. He'll just float this one into the corner. The Sabres pick up this loose puck. Bo Byram now looking for a pass going forward. He's got one. Now the Sabres across the Kraken blue line. See it. Here's Alex Tuch! Sends a pass towards the back post. Krebs tips it wide. Great spot, and I can't believe he didn't put that in. Sabres got to convert. Kraken now into the Sabres' end. Here's Adam Larson with a bit of space. One-timer. Nice pad save by Luukkonen. Kakko trying to spin this one in front. He can't find a recipient. The Sabres will pick it off his stick, and now will come forward here. Byram, his pass bounces off a Kraken stick and straight back into the zone. Here the side, they send it back in front, they score! Top corner is Stevenson's shot, and Seattle jumps to a 1-0 lead here. More piss-poor puck management costs the Sabres. That's going to be Chandler Stevenson's 15th goal of the season. That puck's got to get out of the zone. The Sabres can't keep doing this. This is sloppy. It's useless. They keep trying to put together the perfect play, and that just can't happen. It can't happen. You have no pressure in your face. You're walking towards the blue line. You're trying to go cross ice with your pass, and it's a stupid mistake. Just can't happen. Puck's got to get up and out. So the bad week for Buffalo continues here as Norris trying to quickly skate into the Seattle zone. He has it taken off his stick, and now Power gets walked around. Sabres can't get out of the zone again. That one-timer goes wide, and now the Kraken are all over Buffalo. Here's Buffalo here. Tuck trying to float this one forward. They got a man going to the net. Norris can't get a shot off. He slides into Grubauer, takes out the net with him, and Grubauer gets up slowly. Looks like Norris and Grubauer are both all right, as we will have a TV timeout on the ice. But that was a good play by Doan to set up Norris. You just take the shot. They keep trying to do the perfect play every time, and I don't know. But Buffalo right now, their passing is just not good enough. It's not good enough. And as a result, they keep turning the puck over and getting scored on. I mean, you go back to the Boston game where Tuck had an opportunity to get it out. You're within 2 inches of that blue line. Just get it out. Just flick it. Stop waiting so long. Be smarter with the puck. Unfortunately, the Sabres haven't been, and it's turned into goals against. Yeah, can we fire Kevin Adams again, please? That would be nice. Yeah, no, that goal was all on Bowen Byram. And I'd like to remind you guys, the Sabres have never beaten Seattle on home ice. Not in the Kraken's existence. They've never done it. Believe it or not. Even though Seattle have been the most mid team in the NHL. Well, it's really sloppy play, and the Sabres are getting frustrated with themselves. It's got to stop. Good teams go through slumps like this. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Tampa was in a rut. But, you know, what makes them good teams, it's that they work themselves out of it. So the Sabres just gotta push through it and be strong and find a way. They gotta find a way. Alright. Oh my god. We got 8 likes. Come on. Let's get 10 likes. Let's get double digits on the board. Alright. We're about to return. And that's been another thing. We gave up the first goal against Boston. We gave up the first goal against Anaheim. Or no. Did we? Yeah, we did. And Detroit as well. These have all been games where the Sabres give up the first goal. Certainly not what this sellout crowd at KeyBank Center was anticipating here today. Here's Quinn with a cross-ice pass, bounces over the stick of Zucker, and Seattle will gather it up and skate forward. But Buffalo's really got to start matching the levels of teams like Boston or Detroit or Seattle. I mean, these are 3 desperate teams in a row that the Sabres are facing. And now it's 3 times here where the Sabres screw it up. We just don't have the motor this week, and it's really frustrating to see, because it's not like... Ooh, there was a big kick save. The Kraken at the line, they have it here. There is a floater sent towards the net. Ushered away from Luke and in. Now Dahlin will just float it forward. Nice play to Kozak, and he will chip it out of the zone. Elijah! He's back, baby! Let's go, Elijah. How you doing? We've missed you. It's been too infrequently that we've encountered each other, okay? This channel misses you, Elijah. I need a new food recommendation. We're approaching 5 minutes remaining here in this first period as Seattle, courtesy of Chandler Stevenson, have the 1-0 lead. Sabres working their way past the Seattle pressure here. They go forward. Puck just bounces over the stick of Tuck. He can't handle it. And now Seattle again will take it forward. Quiet crowd right now in Buffalo. They're just a little taken aback about the Sabres play. There's a shot sent towards the net. Luukkonen makes the save and the rebound. And here comes Buffalo. Krebs. He'll just shoot it around. Finds the stick of Tuck. He'll just shoot it back towards Power. Power below the goal line. Can't get it towards Tage Thompson. Tage battling there. He turns it over straight to the stick of Vince Dunn. And Seattle now in their own zone will just play it around. The $850. Yes, it has been going to good use. If you haven't noticed, I've been slowly adding to the decorations here behind me to make my background a little more engaging. And I just got another one, so behind me are going to be kind of filled. Definitely more filled and more interesting than what they used to be. So yeah, that's where the money's been going towards. Here's Josh Stone trying to gain the line prematurely, and that'll be an offside. So 3:41 to go. One more TV timeout here. I'm going to let my clock catch up for a little bit. Utah Mammoth current color logo, Utah Jazz Mountain purple outline. Very interesting, Elijah. Very, very interesting. But, you know, I'm going to need the Sabres to play better. I'm getting sick and tired of them playing down to competition. We should have beaten Boston. Should have beaten Detroit. So, yeah. We got 25 people in this chat. Let's see, how many likes are we up to? 8? It didn't change? No, we're up to 10. I lied. Now it just updated. We're at 10. Don't worry. I'm not going to blow a gasket yet. Not yet. But we got 10 likes. Come on, let's get that up to 15. Let's get it up to 15. If you don't... Just 5 more. 5 more. Come on. 5 more. Let's make it happen. Alright, you know, I think now that we're in a commercial break and Cal brings up this point about roster management, I know that Zach Metz has been the security blanket, and I'm fully aware that he is a better defenseman than guys like Kesselring or Stanley or Luke Shen. But I just want to point out that if this team collapses because we don't have our third pairing defenseman who plays max 12 minutes a game, then this team is screwed. This team is screwed. And I'd also like to say, for anyone who's immediately after this week calling this team, you know, first round fodder, they're gonna get smoked early on, the wagon is dead, it's over, this team actually sucks and they're pretenders. They're not pretenders. Good teams go through slumps too. This is a good team. Are they a Stanley Cup contender? I don't know. But I'd be hard-pressed to find another team in the NHL that has a near perfect 40 games and then loses, like, 2. So I just want to say that the sky is not falling. Teams will survive. For good teams, it's how they respond. And the Sabres, they need this game. Plain and simple. And it's been another sloppy game here. That's why the goal was scored against. So, yeah. That's my take on everything. It's calm down. Calm and keep fine, okay? Looks like the Kraken just iced this puck here with 3:14 left. College is more important. That's true. Alright, so we wait this next face off here. And I gotta show you guys the new piece of decoration that I have for the wall behind me. It's gonna go in this back corner over here. It's like a little pennant. It's actually not Buffalo sports related. Alright, Sabres lose the face-off. The Kraken send it to the far wing. They spin it out to center ice here. Tolvanen plays it across to a teammate. Seattle will shoot it in. I guess Like, we got to remember that chances are the Sabres are going to the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. Here's Alex Tuch with a long-range shot. Knocked down. Oh, that's not a high stick? Okay. Hey, good for you. I'm glad to hear that, Jason. Ooh, the Kraken play this one out in front. Broken up by the Sabres, and here they come here. Krebs with 3 across the blue line. Drops it between his legs. Good break that play up. And now Kareem's to the corner. They'll flip it up and out to center ice. But yes, Jason, that's a great accomplishment. Congrats to your daughter. Here's Timmins getting it back again. He'll play a stretch towards Benson. Up the right side here. He's got support from Norris. Norris kicks it to the point. Timmins, his shot just floats right into the glove of Grubauer. There is no traffic in front of him. So nice easy save for him. But I also got to say, the analytics prove that the Sabres were pretty unlucky last night. They should have beaten Detroit if it weren't. My God, Stanley, stop being dog shit. McCann, I'll get to my point in a second. Okay, now I have some time. The Sabres should have beaten Detroit last night. If it weren't for John Gibson going full God mode on a few saves, then chances are we would have had close to 4 or 5 goals. Oh, Stanley just ran over a guy! Oh my goodness, folks! Oh, he just destroyed Shane Wright. Wright was caught with his head down along the boards, and Stanley came in and absolutely pancaked him. Oh my goodness. And Shane Wright is still getting up slowly. And the trainer rushes across the ice to help him out, but Logan Stanley is proven to contribute somehow. And there's Benson getting after it with a couple of guys. I think that was Vince Dunn. Benson's got a big smile on his face. He's riling a couple Kraken players up. But, oh my goodness, Stanley just killed a guy. He murdered him. Wow. There's a penalty box door that's open. We're going to see how this shakes up. I wonder if there's going to be a penalty on anyone. So, was reaching for that puck. Stanley came over. It's a clean hit. Didn't hit him in the head. He hit him in the shoulder. The puck is right there. It's not an interference call. Ooh, actually, he did hit the head. But the refs continue to have Stanley over the box right now, so I don't know if he's going to get called for a penalty here. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. Now the fans celebrate. They're cheering for something. As Stanley's going to skate back to the bench. It looks like he's okay. But there was nothing bad about the hit, folks. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't malicious. I don't know what Jordan Eberle is arguing about. It was just a big hit. Shane Wright got caught in the train tracks of a much bigger individual, and it appears that Shane Wright's okay. So yeah, there's Stanley finally doing something good. Someone said in the chat, but yeah, Jason said it. Yeah, but Remy, key point is, it wasn't. It wasn't a dirty hit. So just looking at this replay, Wright was down low towards the ice, trying to settle down a bouncing puck. Stanley came in and destroyed him, absolutely decked him. Lane Lambert right now giving a earful to the referees. I don't know why they keep arguing. It wasn't a dirty hit at all. Wasn't dirty. I get that he's got to advocate for his guy and try to defend him, but the referee's like, no, it's not a penalty. And I don't know why they're still talking. Why are we wasting time? Alright, now it seems we're ready. Enough. Now Lindy's going to have a chat with the ref. So, again, I don't, okay. Alright, no, alright, we're good. We're going to continue to play here. So the Sabres win the draw, 1:35 left in this first period. The Sabres, you're offside, so get out. Now they're good. That allows Riker Evans to skate out slowly. His pass for Beniers just bounces off his stick. The Sabres will send it right back into the Kraken end. Grubauer to Evans. He gets flattened in the corner. The Kraken continue their venture forward here. Here's Eberle. Eberle behind the Sabres net. He'll dish it to the point. The defenseman will just send it all the way down here. Catton can't find a teammate. And the Sabres will try to get it out. They can't, though. Stanley, watch out. Beniers is there. His shot hit the bar. That was nearly another moment where the Sabres couldn't get the puck out. That was almost the same exact play we saw Wednesday night against Boston, where the Sabres turned it over just inside the blue line. And the Kraken had a guy all alone in front of the net. But looking at this shot from Beniers, oh yeah, they hit the corner. Right between the post and the crossbar. That shot went out of play. The Kraken again win it to the point. There's a quick shot that sits right in front of Lukin, and he's looking for it, and now he'll cover it up. But Kaka was right in Lukinen's grill. The Sabres gotta stop this. Sabres are just not playing good hockey right now. There's a lot of traffic in front. Luukkonen did a great job of finding this puck. With so many bodies out in front of him. Here's another face-off. Won this time by the Sabres. And now Quinn can skate it forward here for Buffalo. Quinn chips it into the Seattle zone. Grubauer just before a Sabres player gets there. It comes to the near side. Dahlin walking towards the middle of the ice. His floater got off the end boards. It bounces to the far side here for Zucker. Zucker tied up, finds Quinn. Quinn turns it over, and now here comes Vince Dunn to skate this puck out of the zone. He'll look for a pass. It finds Stevenson. Stevenson going cross ice with it. It misses him. Goes to Larson. His shot bounces off the end boards. Finds Zucker, and with 7 seconds left, Zucker at the end of his shift. He's got a hustle here. Pushes it forward. There's a quick shot off the bar from Doan. Sneaky shot from Doan nearly tied the game up, and unfortunately he doesn't. And the Sabres and Kraken game will finally reach intermission. That was actually Ryan McLeod. Grubauer is down on his knees here. McLeod was just trying to go short side and banks right off the bar. Right off the bar. But that was not an excellent first period there from the Buffalo Sabres. It's got to be better. Not their best period. Alrighty. Seattle team sucks. Lenny, stop messing around and change. Yeah, I know. We got to stick with what's been working. And right now, things aren't going well. They nearly tied it up right at the end of that period. But again, it's so simple, really. The problems aren't that many. The biggest one is the Sabres just are really sloppy breaking out from their own zone. That's how they gave up the first goal this game. That's how they gave up a couple goals last night against Detroit. They nearly conceded another tally to the Kraken by failing to clear their lines just inside the blue line. So puck management and clearing the zone have to be up there with the biggest reasons why the Sabres aren't playing good hockey this week. But again, folks, just got to remind you, the Sabres are only 4 points out really from probably clinching a playoff spot. Probably 100 points this year should do it. Maybe 102. So Sabres are not far away from that line. Just get in. No one cares about how it looks, how you feel about it. Just get in and call it a day from there. Okay? Oh, so here are the lines. Yeah, Stanley and Timmins. I don't know why they keep playing together. Buffalo's big bodies on the back end. Trap would work against Seattle. Well, would it though? I mean, I guess it would because Seattle doesn't play with a ton of speed. They're not a huge rush team. They're just kind of a dump and chase and grind you out and cause turnovers and whatnot. That's how they play. So I maybe it would work better than what we've been doing. Do not do Stanley and Dahlin. No. Do you want to kill Dahlin's enthusiasm for going forward? Yeah, pair him with Logan Stanley, and that won't go well. Okay, so we got an intermission here to sit. No Cal, unfortunately, today. He is off watching his brother's baseball game, so you're stuck with me. I know. It sucks. Ooh, you know what we could talk about? As my internet dies. We could talk about how Tampa beat Ottawa earlier today. The Sabres are actually now second in the division for the first time in probably 2 weeks. The Sabres lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning have a bad week. Took one bad week here for this team to lose all that ground over the Lightning. But make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, folks. Oops. Yeah, Shen was a monstrosity. But he's cooked. Sunny giggles. Can Buffalo still win today? How's it looking? If they play like how they did in the first period, the Sabres are not going to win this hockey game. That is to say, though, we are still getting chances. Seattle is not very good at defending the Sabres rush. We've had a couple really good opportunities so far in this hockey game. If we could just convert that, string together a few passes in our own zone, we could easily win. But we really need to clean our act up. It's not the Sabres, or it's not Seattle is winning this game. It's the Sabres are losing this game. If you know what I mean by that. What I mean is the Sabres are shooting themselves in the foot. That's essentially what I'm saying. James, what's going on? Tampa Bay's overrated. I don't know. They picked up 2 points today without Kucherov. They flexed their depth. Ottawa didn't have a great game, so I don't know. I'd say Tampa is pretty fairly rated. They are more of a contender than Buffalo is. They have that playoff experience. They got a great culture down there, and I don't know. I really don't want to face them in the playoffs. Doesn't need to be a pretty game. Yeah, I mean, just that's another big thing here for the Sabres. They got to stop trying the cute, pretty plays. Just send the puck to the net. When you're in a rut, you send it to the net and hope it goes in. You'll get a deflection. You'll get a bounce if you play the right way. And for a lot of the game since December 9th, that's exactly what's been going on. The Sabres have been getting the bounces because they're in the right spots. They're playing sound, smart hockey. They're putting the puck on the net. And when you put the puck on the net, good things happen. Great things happen. So this team just needs to remember that point and just be patient and just send it to the net. Eventually it'll go in. It doesn't need to be pretty or perfect. But anyways, you know. And I have this sitting on my lap right now. Hold on. And I really want to wave this if Tage Thompson scores. You guys can see that. It's the rally towel. Yeah. We got the rally towel going for whenever the Sabres do something. There we go. Get a good towel wave. I'll make sure to have that come playoff time. But I haven't been able to use this yet. The Sabres haven't been giving me much to work with. So if we could make that change, do something about that, Buffalo. I really want this to be a fun, happy stream, okay? It's not fun talking about how and why the Sabres suck. Alright? It's not fun. Buffalo finally has its core come together and it's a great story. That's right, James. This year has been a great story. It's been awesome. Ugh, good lord. The U.S. men's soccer team played Belgium today. It was 1-1 at halftime. The U.S. ended up losing 5-2. So, nice. Nice. Can't wait. I'm so glad to see that Mauricio Pochettino's got us ready to go. Bro, if we don't make the playoffs, that would be a literal travesty. I don't know how I could come back from that. The Sabres missing the playoffs after this magical run and being this close at 96 points. Yeah, I don't know how I could come back from that. I may just shutter the channel. Permanently go into hibernation. Like, if the Sabres don't make it this year, we never will. We never will. But I'm going to show you guys the new and final decoration here. Okay. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to stick it up on the wall, but the Kentucky Derby pennant, alright, and it would go over here somewhere. Yeah, should I bring it down? Shorter? Nah, let's see that. How do I have to go? That's a good height. That's a decent height, I'd say. How does that look? You guys like that? Huh? Yes? No? Just put in the chat. Tell me in the chat. And I just lost the clip. Maybe I should just stick it straight onto the wall. For one of those, like, not the sticky hooks, but one of those, like, little sticky tabs, maybe? But what do we think on the decoration? Do you guys want to see something like that? The Kentucky Derby? I mean, I was thinking it's got to be something Louisville related since I do run these streams from here. So, yeah. Jason says yes. Big thumbs up. So we got one vote. Speaking of votes, how's the poll looking? Big Sabres emblem? I could, but it's a double door. So what? Would I just, smack a Sabres logo right here or something? Maybe like a sticker? Is that what you're thinking? Like one of those logo stickers, and I just put them here? Maybe one on each panel, right? Because it is a double door. Big enough that it covers your entire door. Well, yeah, I mean, again, I'd have to be able to open the door. I don't want to ruin the sticker every time I open it. So it'd probably have to be, two little stickers. You still on track to be a big shot lawyer? I don't know about big shot, but yeah, I'm still in law school. I'm still in law school, studying away. Got finals in 5 weeks, some 4 weeks, some 5 weeks. So, yeah, haven't blown my brains out yet. Don's Siren Head is SCP-6089. I'm not going to say that full number for obvious meme reasons. My brain is just cooked. Alright. I gotta open this bad boy up. 14 likes? Come on! Where's my 15? I work in powers of 5. What am I looking at here? Oh, wow, my nose looks so crooked. It's so broken. It's fantastic, I know. Alright. Open up the other tab. Got just about 4 minutes to go until the second period. What do I know about the Middle Ages? I know it's long. A lot of Catholicism, power of the Pope in Rome, lots of kings. There's a big war, 100 Years' War between the French and English. So I know about that. I know a couple kings of England. A couple Henrys. The Dauphin Charles over in France. I'm familiar with his work as well. I know that Dante and the Medici's kind of well, actually, though, that was more Renaissance. No, they started their power began in the Middle Ages and then stretched into the Renaissance period. Oh, looks like Marty Baron is shaving his head for the Bald for Bucks. Don, Buffalo Sabres switched to Pepsi partnership, and Buffalo Bills and Buffalo Bandits and Buffalo Bisons. Interesting. You know, you're going to hate me for this, Elijah, but I'm actually drinking Coke right now. I'm drinking Coke. I've been told it's really good for me, okay? Do I have a 4.0 GPA? No. I had a 3.9 GPA in undergrad, but here at the law school, nope. Nope, I do not have I wish I had a 4.0 GPA. But I do not. I do not. Alrighty, we got a couple minutes here. I'm just gonna sit here in silence and stare at you guys. Slippery Rock. Ooh, maybe I should get like a Slippery Rock sticker or something. Don, how could you? Look, I'm more of a Coke than a Pepsi guy. I'm sorry. If Coke wants to sponsor this stream, please be my guest. Not saying that Pepsi's bad, it's just more places have Coke than Pepsi. So, yeah. Pepsi's just a little more, I don't know, there's a taste about it. It's different. It's sweeter. But, yeah. Should I just put up the decoration now? Do I have enough time? Nah, maybe I'll do it next intermission. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the hook. Problem is I can't really reach up there. I want it to be level with the Ryan Miller banner that you guys can see here on my left side. But we got 16 people right now in the stream. Make sure to like and sub. Appreciate every single click, every free like. Can I do the Coke to Pepsi test? Well, I don't have any. I certainly could. I don't have a bottle of Pepsi at the apartment right now, so I'll have to go out and find one. But I should do I can do a taste test for sure, and then we can truly settle the debate on which one's better. On NFL 4 points from 60-yard field goals. I don't know if that's a good idea. Kickers are just getting so good nowadays that 4 points would seem a little too much. Should I go to Slippery Rock this summer? I'm going to Cedar Point again and going through State College in Pittsburgh on the way. I mean, there is a big forest, I guess, near Slippery Rock. There's not much to do there. There's maybe one restaurant. It's like a little village. It's the Slippery Rock Village, or town as they like to claim it is. And then there's the college right behind it. There's not too much to do in Slippery Rock, so I don't know. If you have a little bit extra time, yeah, it can't hurt to go there, but I wouldn't go out of your way to see Slippery Rock. I've walked around Pitt's campus. Pitt's campus is it's okay. I got to go into the big caddy. It's the big Harry Potter looking tower, skyscraper that they have at the center of campus. That was pretty cool. All right, let me get this. All right, we're just going to do this. I'm going to let it go down. Elijah, you know what? I saw that news. I was watching Frozen 4 hockey last night, and they mentioned it, and I couldn't believe it. Mercyhurst does realize their hockey program is what built that school, right? They do realize that. I mean, I don't understand why they cut their hockey program. It's stupid. Slippery Rock is about 45 minutes north of Pittsburgh. It's right between Erie and Pittsburgh. It's in the middle. Yeah, I can't believe they would cut their program like that, though. It kind of sucks. Owen Powerless sucks, I guess. Yeah. Owen Power has not had a great game, but he's not been awful either. If I'd have to argue, their worst defenseman tonight has been Bo Byram. Oh, you did? Nice. It didn't seem like there was much of an atmosphere at the hockey game last night. I watched the Penn State Minnesota Duluth game at a bar. But anyways, folks, we are underway for the second period. Sabres looking to get on the board here, show a little bit more good and positive work and stuff than they had in the first. But the Sabres' fourth line out here. Carrick will shoot this one into the Kraken zone. Grubauer looks around. His puck, or his pass, ricochets off the boards and straight to Carrick. Sabres trying to force this to the net. They can, and watch out. Here's a breakaway pass. And all alone. Good save by Luukkonen on McMahon. Bobby McMahon had a lane one-on-one with Luukkonen, and Luukkonen made a big left pad save there. But good to see that the Sabres defensemen are kind of clueless right now. Power will leave it in the corner. He stretches it forward for Kozak. He'll just chip it in to the Seattle corner and go off for a couple of changes. Oh, okay. Everyone online was criticizing it. They were like, oh, there's no one here. There's no one here. So I guess it was a good atmosphere. Twitter was lying. Here's Eberle at center ice. Flips it towards the wing. Good defensive play here by Dahlin. He gets it towards Tage. It bounces right alone in front. Berkeley Cadden was one-on-one with Luukkonen. It took a nasty bounce off the falling skate of Tage Thompson and straight to Cad, but he couldn't finish it. And now here comes Buffalo the other way. Tuck sends a shot towards the net. Krebs can mop up the rebound. The puck now sits below the goal line. It's behind the net here. Montour just trying to kick at it right now. He gets knocked down to the ice by Tage. And here's Tage dipsy doodling around one. Tage to the point. Dahlin shots stopped by Grubauer. Krebs now forced to the boards. Gets it to the point for Dahlin. He walks off. Sends a pass between the legs of one to Thompson with a shot. Grubauer just got a piece of it. Oh my god, my clock hasn't been going. Here's Samuelson with a good keep in here. Thompson now to Krebs in front. Samuelson somehow stopped by Grubauer. Again to the point. Thompson with a one-timer. What a glove save by Grubauer. He flashes the leather and windmills on Tage. Sabres with a couple really good opportunities, courtesy of their first line. But looking back at the first chance of this game with McMahon, when he split Byram and Power going to the net. But Buffalo with 4 really good opportunities on that last shift. They're finally getting something here. Oh. Here's McLeod leaning in for this faceoff. He gets it towards the boards, and whoa, look out, we're going to have a fight here. Logan Stanley's going to drop the gloves with Jamie Alexiak. We got a heavyweight tilt, folks. And here we go. Now they grapple with each other. Stanley's got a hold of the jersey of Alexiak with his right arm here. They're still trying to jostle with each other. They have no space. They're all tied up right now. And now Stanley's got a few. He's got his hand free. His right takes a few shots in on Alexiak. Alexiak is yet to do anything. Now he pulls a hand out. They both tied up each other really good here. They're now at center ice. They drift back. They're still jostling, and Alexiak gets a few Haymakers in, and now he sends Stanley down to the ice, and the linesman will come in to separate them. So definitely not the flashiest fight in the world, but whatever. It's fine. So they'll each go off for fighting. And they both had pretty good grips here. Stanley had a couple of punches at the beginning, but neither guy really wanted to give up any space to the other. They knew each of those guys were pretty good at fighting, so no one wanted to get too hurt. Looks like Alexiak was just trying to answer for Stanley's hit on Shane Wright in the first period. McLeod now will lean into this face-off here. Oh, looks like ESPN's gonna buffer again. Good to see. Zucker now leans in. He wins the draw. Back to the point here. Byram. He takes a quick shot. Deflects just wide of Grubauer. Here's McLeod now doing a good job to get it back towards Byram. Byram across. There's a long-range wrister straight into the glove of Grubauer. Good traffic by the Sabres finally in front of Grubauer. They just haven't been able to finish. Don UB Bulls football team play Michigan Wolverines at Michigan Stadium. That will be a good game. Thank you for that information, Elijah. I'll watch that. I hope Gus Johnson's on the call. That'd be fun. Get him for a UB game. All right, McLeod leans in again. He loses the draw. Puck goes to the corner. Lindgren fires it around for the Kraken. They'll get it out of the zone here. And much like the beginning of the first period, the Sabres have a 7-1 shot advantage so far in the second. But in the first period, Seattle grew into the game, and Quinn sends Lindgren out to the ice, and now they'll get it back again. Here's Zucker. Forward to Byram. Byram going around into the corner. He gets taken down by Montour. And the refs are not going to call anything. And here comes a 3-on-1 the other way. Zucker's got to be careful. Here comes the Kraken with a shot. Luukkonen makes the save on Frederick Gaudreau. And Byram gingerly goes back to the bench. Both D got caught low. Dahlin couldn't make a good pinch here. And I let Frederick Gaudreau walk all the way in. Luukkonen with a good save. Did good work to come out and challenge that shot. But Buffalo can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. They're already playing with fire here. And there's another look at the Montour cross-check of Byram there. Byram looks to be fine. He just hobbled off the ice a little gingerly. Here's Power, unable to clear. Dunn, his shot bounced off a leg and out of play. I don't know what that means, dear sir. What kind of what languages? Are there any Uzbeks? No. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think there's a single Uzbeki player in the NHL. Maybe there's one, but I can tell you, there's no one on either of these teams. Most of these guys are American or Canadians. There's only one guy, really, that's... A couple guys, actually, that aren't. Here's a good pass forward to Benson. Benson trying to spin around the defenseman. He can't. And now Seattle will quickly come back the other way. Tolvanen, he'll play it into the corner looking for the stick of Ben Myers. Myers is met there by Samuelson. Norris will stay on the right side of him. He'll find Power, and Power will skate it forward. He'll find Doan. Doan looking cross ice for Norris. That pass was too far for Norris. And now Seattle will just slowly exit his own zone. Here's Montour. Forward to Stevenson. Stevenson on a good entry there. His pass gets picked off here, and now the Sabres looking for speed the other way. Here's Tage pulling up. Tage. The puck's still on a stick. He'll slide it down low for Krebs. Krebs has got Thompson in the high slot. He'll play it down low to Tuck. Tuck cycling out of the corner, sends it cross ice towards Dahlin. He'll play back to the point. Thompson's one-timer goes wide of the target. Here's Tuck again. Drops it back to Byram. Byram walks around one at the blue line. Byram drops it back again. He finds Tage across. One-timer from Dahlin into the chest of Grubauer. He can't hold the... Seattle will get it out of the zone. Which one will win? If, you know, based on things right now, Seattle is in the driver's seat to winning this game. Here comes Buffalo again with speed across the blue line. Carrick just fires it outside. His pass gets picked off, and here comes Seattle with speed. It's Berkeley Cadden on the delayed penalty. The Sabres are going to get called. Unbelievable. Here's Cadden to the side of the net. Now Buffalo will touch it up, and Buffalo will be going back to the penalty box. So yet again, the Sabres are suffering from discipline woes. The Sabres just weren't moving their feet this time, and I don't know who's going to the box. Come on, ESPN, stop buffering. You're so crap. It's Dahlin going to the box again today. So Dahlin hooked Eberle, and it was kind of behind the play. And I don't know why Dahlin was doing that, but it's going to result in another Seattle power play. Dahlin's upset in the penalty box. This sort of stuff just can't keep happening. It can't keep happening. All right. Seattle wins the face-off. It goes off the stick of Tuck. Good stick by him, and the puck will deflect out of the zone. McCann gets shoved by Carrick a little bit as he drops it back. Here's Seattle. 2 drop-back passes. Now they'll cross over the Sabres blue line here. Kraken, they'll just fire it around. Goes into the near side corner. Back up top, done. Across. There's some space here. Seattle with Stevenson. Didn't send it towards the net. He'll hold on to this puck here for just another moment. Done. Back to Stevenson. Down low in front. Good save by Luukkonen. There is an open man here at the near post, but Luukkonen making a great save. But watch out, Beniers with a shot. His save is stopped by Luukkonen, and the Sabres will clear, and now ESPN decides this is a good time to buffer. And Luukkonen is upset about getting bumped down to the ice. The refs tells him to get up. 1 minute already gone here on the Seattle power play. They spin around with it here at center ice. Here's Tolvanen firing this one into the Sabres zone, but it deflects up and out of play. There's 50 seconds to go now in this Seattle power play. There's this last save here where Luukkonen absolutely robbed Jared McCann. And then there was the Matty Beniers. That could have been called for a goalie interference. Luukkonen was upset about it. We got 30 people in the chat right now, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe as Seattle going back into the Sabres zone here. 50 seconds to go on this Seattle power play. Tolvanen back up to the point. Montour slides it across, and now they have it on the far side. McMahon back up top. Montour out wide. Tolvanen back to Montour. His one-timer missed the net. Rebound ricochets here to Tolvanen. Tolvanen trying to slide it out in front. Power with a good breakup. Can't clear, though. Here's Tolvanen. Now his pass gets stripped away by Benson, and he will send it down the ice. Sabres forwards are being really aggressive right now on the penalty kill. They had enough of their penalty kill woes from last game. Maybe one last opportunity here for Seattle. Puck's in the corner, and the Sabres return to even strength. They'll send it down the ice. Just missed the stick of Dahlin. But it doesn't matter. The Sabres keep the Seattle lead at 1. Here's Montour in his own zone. Sends it far side here. And now the Kraken will try to go through the left side. That pass missed its mark, and that against Seattle. Don Reese peanut butter pretzels. That actually sounds elite. That sounds fire. You know, I really hope you're right, sir. What's your name? Jalol? Am I pronouncing that right? Jalol or Jalol. Am I saying that? Jalol? Yellow? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm trying. We got 12 minutes to go here in this second period. The Sabres really need to get something going right now. Their middle six forwards are just not doing enough. Thompson wins the draw. Samuelson's shot. He threw towards the net. It caught up in the equipment of Doan. Seattle's able to take that and get out of the zone. It's dumped in behind the net for Dahlin. Across to Samuelson on the near side boards. He'll send a cross-ice pass here for Krebs. Krebs, toe drags, walk into the net. Grubauer with an active stick breaks that rush up. And here comes Seattle the other way. 3 to the blue line. Across they go. That pass just outside the reach of Molgaard. Now there's a quick shot at the... Molgaard with a deflection in front. Now he gets sat down in the corner by Samuelson. Sabres with a couple of active sticks break up that Seattle opportunity, and they'll come back the other way. Here's Samuelson down the right side. He'll slide a pass to an open point or open wing. Sabres were changing though, so that no one's there. But here comes Benson with a good turnover here. Benson to Krebs. Oh, he tried to tuck it upstairs short side, but Grubauer got a shoulder up to stop it. Grubauer is having himself a game here as the MSG feed will go to a TV timeout. Not sure how Krebs didn't score that. We only got 16 likes. Come on! Let's get to 20. 20! Let's go! 4 more. 4 more. I want 4 more likes. Please and thank you. 4 more likes. Can we make that happen? We are in a commercial break, so you have some time to sit and to think about how easy it is to just click, click. It's free. But anywho, Sabres are starting to force a couple turnovers. They're getting Seattle to sit back a little bit more. But I'm not liking how often we are getting exposed on the rush. Seattle's actually, they're getting past the first 2 lines of our pressure right now. Sabres have a 1-1-2. Or, does that math add up? No, it doesn't. It's a 1-2-2. It's a 1-2-2. And right now, our 2 guys sitting in the neutral zone, they're not getting to these loose pucks. They're not winning 50-50 battles on the boards. And unfortunately, it's allowing Seattle to come across our blue line with 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s. And that just can't keep happening. The Sabres got to shore that part up. Shore that part of their game up. Oh, there we go. We're up to 20 likes. I knew this is the best chat on YouTube. I never doubted it. I never doubted you guys. Thank you. Let's get to 25 now. All right, we're about to return to play here out of the commercial break. We're just looking at a replay of Zach Benson's work here, stripping a player at the blue lines, feeding it forward to Peyton Krebs. He had Norris going to the back post, but I like the decision from Krebs to shoot instead of passing. I want more of that aggressiveness here from Buffalo. You're down by a goal, shoot it. Just shoot it. All right. Seattle wins this faceoff. They'll deflect it out to center ice. And here comes Stevenson. His drop back pass picked off by Power. He'll float it forwards here for Quinn. Quinn up the left side. He carried it into the Kraken zone. Plays it around to McLeod. Back up top. Here for Power. His shot goes just wide of Grubauer. Rebound sits in the crease. No one can send it home. Sabres keep it in the zone, though. Byram to the side of the net. McLeod's redirection stopped by Grubauer. Now again to the side. Zucker, his high riser, went over top of the net. Back towards McLeod. Puck jumps over his stick. Goes behind again to McLeod. He's chasing down after it. McMahon there for the Kraken loses that battle. The Sabres keeping it at the blue line. Here's Byram. Slides it in front. Zucker. Somehow Grubauer got a piece of Zucker's redirection. And now Seattle can get it out. But the Sabres are finally putting together some really good opportunities here. Sabres bringing it back in again. But Seattle will clear again. All right, here we go. Sabres coming back across that blue line. Here's Tage spinning just inside the blue line, gets away from one, undresses McCann again, now sends it to the net! Stanley somehow didn't deflect it in. Oh, come on. That was a great opportunity. I wonder if him and Tuck just got in each other's ways there, but looks like we're going to another commercial break here. Well, actually, the refs are going to talk about this. And I think they're going to send this faceoff outside of the zone when they return. But Buffalo getting some really good opportunities. They are so unlucky not to have a goal on the board right now. AI Warrior, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's not working. Oh, Buffalo. Still 81% of you guys believe that the Sabres are going to win this game. I like the faith. Sabres definitely have earned it with their performance over the last 40 games. But it's still not great. Sabres are struggling to finish right now. Guys, someone listed a beer saber on eBay for sale, and I was thinking about buying it, so I clicked on the ad on the object listing. Guess how much the guy was offering for the beer saber? Or the guy was, oh my god, why can't I describe things? The guy listed a beer saber on eBay for $1,300. So, you know, me being a little troll, I decided, hey, I'm going to make an initial offer of $10. $10. It's like, what? Who? The beer sabers are coming back, right? They're going to come back at some point. But the fact that someone would if someone actually buys a beer saber for $1,400 or $1,300, whatever it is, I hope they're okay. But anyways, folks, we're about to return here. Coming out of the commercial break, face-off what did end up outside the Kraken zone. Sabres win the draw. Sabres trying to put some pressure here, and the Kraken, though, able to evade it and get out of the zone. Here's Logan Stanley trying to get that puck towards Doan. It goes off his stick. Eli Tolvanen will just fire it in on Luukkonen. Luukkonen leaves it there for Stanley, but he gets the puck stripped from him. Seattle able to keep it in here. Doan can't get to it. Now the Kraken go behind the Sabres net. They'll send it to the point. Montour's one-timer goes wide to the far corner. Here's Timmins now behind his own net. He turns it over cheaply. Can't be doing that. Here's Tolvanen. Tolvanen on the far boards. Leaned on by Doan. He'll play it to the near side here for Montour. The former Sabre. His shot doesn't go towards the net. Now the rebound whale from Catton. Catton finds Riker Evans. One-timer from Montour. The one-timer stopped by Luukkonen. And now Tage Thompson can settle this rebound down. He's got to get out of the zone. Now he does. Here's Stanley crossing that Sabres blue line. Eventually he circles the puck around. He goes out of the zone. And here are the Sabres on the quick up. Norris up the right side. Can ESPN stop buffering? Here's Benson finding Norris. Norris still with the puck on his stick. He'll just backhand it down low to Benson. Benson working off the check from Montour. He'll send it out in front. Krebs can't get a good stick on it. Dahlin. He'll just play it around to Benson up top here. That pass intended for Dahlin finds Krebs. Krebs towards the net. There was a lot of traffic in Grubauer's crease. He's able to make the save. Now the Sabres again to the point. Dahlin shot straight into the glove of Grubauer, and he will hold on. 7:32 left in this second period. Don, the new Highmark Stadium is almost done. Yeah, it's like, what, 93% done? Or whatever they were telling all the local reporters on their PR tour the other day. You voted against them, honestly? Don, Buffalo needs MLB and new expansion team. I don't know if Buffalo can support another professional market Not in this market. I feel like the Buffalo sports scene is already oversaturated. And they're also going to get a minor league soccer team soon. Well, actually, there's been no updates on this stadium. So who knows if that really will happen. But they're supposed to get a soccer team. So I don't know. I don't know if Buffalo can support another pro team. Here's a good play by Malenstein. In front, Carrick! Off the... Didn't go in! Are you kidding me? The referee waves it off. Seattle will ice the puck here, but Carrick's shot in the high slot goes doinking off the post. And it's sat in the crease. Nobody could get it in. The refs are going over to take a look at this. You would have heard the siren going off if Toronto saw anything. But let's see here. Goes off inside each post and doesn't go in. Double doink here for Sam Carrick. Oh, man. And Kozak does a drive-by through the crease. Wow. Ugh. It's a double doink. Everybody thought in the arena that it was in. And Sam Carrick's like, are you serious? It was a great play by Tyson Kozak on the boards. Oh my god, ESPN, stop. The ref's over at the timekeeper's box right now. Not sure what they could be talking about. But Sam Carrick with a double doink. They must be looking at the time here, yeah. Everything, I believe, is set. 6:59 left in the second period. The Sabres, that first goal remains elusive for the club. Here's a faceoff. Quinn touches it back to the point. Samuelsson just dribbles it into the corner, but doesn't stay there for long. And here comes Seattle. Bobby McMahon goes the other way and scores! God damn it! The Sabres can't put a double doink in at one end. Seattle comes back and Matthias Samuelsson gets undressed. It's 2-0 Seattle. Are you kidding me? This bad week goes from bad to even worse here for Buffalo. And now my ESPN is really pissing me off. It was Bobby McMahon. He went short side on Luukkonen. And that's just how this week has been going. Dahlin wasn't strong in a stick there. And Samuelsson was late getting across here. He was trying to guard against the 2-on-1. But Bobby McMahon converts. And Seattle opens up a 2-goal lead. So 10 points in 8 games here for Bobby McMahon. The Sabres are really going to be hard-pressed to find a result here in this hockey game. Just not been a good week here. We're not going to miss the playoffs, guys. Settle down. Here's Power gaining the line, leading the rush. Doan's shot doesn't get towards the net. Sabres can't keep it in. And here's Byram. He's got to be careful. He just lost the puck. It goes in front. Luukkonen with a big save. What in the world are the Sabres doing? Here's a stretch pass the other way. Here's Tage getting buoyed by Adam Larson there. Tage trying to touch it into the middle. He can, and watch out. Another stretch pass nearly found the stick of the Seattle Kraken player. That could have been, he could have been one-on-one with the goalie. But Buffalo are totally sloppy and disorganized at the moment. Eberle slides it forward, but near shot stopped by Luukkonen. Montour will shoot it in deep. It goes all the way around. The Sabres defensemen have been out here for a while. Power's got to wake up. He's tied up in the corner. Eventually, Norris will clean things up. He'll get it forward for Byram. And now Byram will just shoot it into the zone. Sabres can't keep it in the Kraken zone for long. Now the score is updated. 23 shots on goal apiece, but watch out. Here come this Kraken again. Goudreau nearly dipsy-doodled around Stanley, and now Benson turns it over behind the net. It goes out in front. Luukkonen making a couple of very important saves here. The Sabres are on the ropes here. Now he gets it back again. He'll shoot it into the Kraken zone. Under 5 minutes to go now in this second period. This pass misses the mark and will go for an icing call here against the Kraken. And we got some boo birds floating down from the stands. This is getting really bad. What a save by Luukkonen. Luukkonen somehow made sure this game wasn't 3-0. But there was Gaudreau walking around Logan Stanley. This is just... The crowd is trying to will this team back into the hockey game, but right now Seattle is really frustrating the heck out of Buffalo. Stanley at the point, goes across. There's a quick shot, sits in the crease. Grubauer will hold on. And we're going another goddamn commercial break. Are you serious? So it will remain 2-0. This rut is really annoying. The Sabres gotta will themselves out of it, because the New York Islanders are coming to town on Tuesday, and that's going to be a really tough game. They're another really defensively stingy team, and Buffalo can't afford to keep losing points against Eastern Conference foes. Yeah, we have to snap out of it. This looks like the Sabres team from early in the season. This is just so frustrating. Yeah, you double doink at one end, and Dahlin can't close off the boards. Luukkonen doesn't cover his short side, and ugh. Just a disgusting play. In Seattle, I don't think they really deserved it. A second goal? I don't think so. But we return to play here. Alright, we are about to return to play here, folks, from this third and final commercial break of the period. Sabres just got to find some way to crack Grubauer. This guy has proven to be impenetrable this game. Stevenson and Sam Carrick will lean into this face-off. Right now, the second and third lines of Buffalo are just not doing it. Here's Carrick. His face-off, one there. That shot blasts well wide of Grubauer. Good stick by Kozak to keep it in. He finds Carrick down low to Melenstein walking to the net. His shot's stopped by Grubauer, and it looks like Melenstein on his drive to the front of the net just drew a penalty. Yep, Sabres going to the power play.
I'm the kind of guy.
It's going to be a slashing call.
You're out. Power play people.
The Sabres special teams need to do something. Seth Appert, let's see if you drilled something into these fellas. So as Melenstein was taking the puck to the net, Jamie Alexiak just slashed his stick, and Sabres will get 2 minutes on the power play. Oh, our god-awful power play. Josh Norris is going to lean into this face-off, but he needs to show up. He'll win the draw here to the near boards for Quinn. Down low to Tage Thompson. Tage, he's got a lane to the net. He slides it out in front. Zucker can't take the shot. Now Dahlin won't scores! Razzle-dazzle Dahlin breaks the goose egg. And the Sabres are on the board. 2-1. That's Rasmus Dahlin's 17th on the year. It was a good face-off win, and my gosh, did the Sabres really need that. They desperately needed that. What a shot. He went top corner where Mama hides the cookies on Grubauer. And maybe that'll just get some belief in these. Yep, the Sabres are back in it. And there should be no issues here with this goal. Very clean. Beautiful shot here. So the Sabres get a power play goal. Love to see it. Alrighty, now the crowd's back in it as well. Sabres win the faceoff at center. They'll fire it in. Montour plays it around behind the net. Carrick just missed it with a stick. He gets to Melenstein, who drew that most recent power play. Kozak with a good hit. We needed that so badly. You're absolutely right. Samuelsson being washed behind his net. The Sabres trying to get it out. Kozak can't. And he gets hit hard at the blue line. Seattle keeping it there. There's a shot towards the net. Luukkonen makes the initial save. The rebound goes to the corner. Dahlin trying to settle this down. He gets it towards Carrick, but it bounces past him. Now the Sabres will get on a loose puck and will flip it out to center. Melenstein getting some help from Carrick. They get to this puck at center. They'll fire it in. Here's Grubauer behind his net. My feed is way behind. Well, that's an ESPN problem. ESPN is claiming I'm all the way up to date, so we'll see. Here's a good touch pass by Quinn. Finds Zucker on the far side. Zucker trying to undress the defenseman. He can't. Zucker plays it up top. They'll go out wide. That pass just missed the stick of Byram. He's having a rough game. And here's Buffalo at center. Power to McLeod. Finds Zucker. He's got a man to the net. Couldn't get it. The pass by Alexiak. Here's Zucker again behind the net. Leaves it there for McLeod. McLeod just circled it to the point, but Jack Quinn vacated that spot, and it'll go down the ice. The Sabres are forced back here. 2.5 minutes left in the second. Sabres are within one, courtesy of Rasmus Dahlin on the power play. Good rush here by Quinn. Quinn looking, sends it towards the net. Grubauer stops it. Thompson now for Stanley. Gets it to Thompson. Below the red line here. Here's Tage. Leaves one guy in the dust. Tage trying to shake off the defender. He will send it cross ice here. Now in front. Back to Stanley. His stick got slashed out of his hands and no call. His stick is broken and the refs have their heads up their asses. Somehow, that's not a penalty. Anywho, play goes into the near side. Timmins, that pass missed the mark. Stanley forced back. Here's Kakko behind the net. Kakko walking out in front, takes the shot, and Luukkonen came out to challenge it and shrugged it away. Victor, what's going on? Oh my god. I want to see a replay of this. No, MSG, I don't want to see that. I want to see the Stanley chance. Buffalo can get another one here. They're pushing again. Alright, here we go. So there was that. Oh no, Stanley's stick just exploded. So I got on the ref's asses for nothing. That's my bad. I was wrong. I'll be a big man and admit I was wrong. So Sabres, with that defensive draw, they'll win it, and they'll get it forward. Here's Krebs to Benson. Benson over the blue line, working on Riker Evans. Benson, he'll just kick it to the near side corner. Missed Krebs, and now it'll go to McCann, who gets hammered by Norris along the boards. Sabres get it again. They'll scoop it quickly into the Kraken zone. Here's Grubauer behind his net. Plays it around the boards for Samuelsson. He'll quickly send it towards the net. Grubauer is there to make the save. And now we got some skirmish and scrums after the whistle here, with Peyton Krebs getting involved. There was the big hit by Josh Norris. Of all people, Josh Norris. He's not usually the guy to get involved on these things. And why is McCann looking back to the ref? I want to see the Sabres continue to play with nastiness and venom like that. 1:06 left in this first period, or second period. Sabres down by a goal. McLeod trying to win this back. He will just actually send it straight towards Grubauer, and he will quickly hold on for another whistle. I know. Norris, Mr. Glass. So 104 now. Sabres are pushing hard here at the end of the second. McLeod leaning into this, loses it again to Stevenson, and he'll win it back to Lindgren. Lindgren with 1 minute to go will get it along the boards, but not very far. Dahlin will cross the blue line. He'll touch it into the corner there. Quinn jostling with Lindgren. Quinn gets the better of Lindgren there, and Quinn will play it around to the point here for Samuelsson. But he's got to watch out. The puck jumps or falls underneath his stick. Goudreau will get it forward and chip it into the Sabres' end. Sabres out of the corner. McLeod now to Zucker. To the red line. He'll slap it in. Alexiak now out of the corner. He'll get it forward into center ice. Samuelsson with 23 seconds now to Byram. Why is Byram not doing anything? Why are we not doing anything? And the fans are also having the same reaction. Now the Sabres will circle forward. They'll work their way in. 10 seconds remain now. There's a loose puck here in the near side corner, but Seattle's going to hold on to this one. Well, actually, why is Tuch not shooting? He spins around with it. He waited too goddamn long. It's still a one-goal game, but why isn't Tuch just spinning and firing? Ugh. My goodness. We go to the second intermission here, folks. Well, I gotta get some goal information up on the board for you guys. The Sabres, we need these 2 points. I don't know, Sawyer. It's really frustrating. Alrighty. Okay, there's your goal information for the first one. But we are in the second intermission here, folks. So both teams will go off for some changes. Oh, I gotta update the subscriber count. It appears it's gone up. Always nice to see. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We're up to... Oops. I wish it were that higher number, but we've gained 6. Yeah, at least we scored. The Lightning Dragon is frozen still. Yeah. If we did it once, we can do it again. Well, they gotta just get that belief in themselves. They've been getting really frustrated the last 2 games, and they gotta climb themselves out of this rut. They played better in the final 5 minutes after the Dahlin goal, but we need more. They've dug themselves into a nasty rut here. Sorry, it's 7. Doesn't feel like 7 right now. Don Kallenberg made same horn at New Highmark Stadium. Interesting. Bills are gonna have a third down horn? Ugh. Alright, now I think I should continue my interior design escapades. Alright. Oh, damn it. Okay, am I even gonna be able to reach up here? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's just cross. Okay, it's gonna be right there. Is it level? Well, it looks level. We're gonna call that level, folks. We're gonna call this level. Alrighty. Here we go. The moment of truth. Wipe this wall down with alcohol. I may just take this down anyways. Okay. Alright. Right. Here. Okay. Alright. Get in the wall. Get in the wall. Get in. Get it. Okay. I should have been doing it like this the entire time. Okay. I'll give that a few minutes. What's chat got saying? So much sports on right now? Oh yeah. There's a ton of hockey on right now throughout the NHL, and there's March Madness as well for both the men and women, so yay. Why does this feel so wobbly? Feels... This one's nice and snug. This one. Why is this so shitty? I'll leave that in for a little bit. Don, Kallenberg, Chrome, Crime Tone, Horn, Signal for touchdown, Horn, and point after and field goal, and Amtrak train horn for third down. Nice. Cool. Very cool. 10 minutes. Have I really been struggling hanging stuff up for that long? There we go. My chat's now updating. Hey, we got another subscription. Yeah, there's a buttload of hockey games on right now, and so far I'm correct on all my picks. What, did you parlay, Jason? Do a parlay? A whole lot of pick'ems? Damn, we down. Who has the updates? Joe, yeah, I'd say they're working hard. It's just they haven't been able to solve Grubauer, and a couple really bad breaks the other way have put the Sabres down in a 2-0 hole so far in this game. But they got a power play goal with about 4 minutes left in the second period, courtesy of Rasmus Dahlin. I'll put the thing back up there. There's that. And after that, the Sabres really got their feet moving. The momentum was with them on their side. So, yeah. Gambling tax on Real is super fun. I don't bet actual money. I just do picks in the sports app. Not for the last little while, Jason. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. So, yeah, there's that goal information. Big guy. I'll put this back up. I really don't... Well, I guess it is a different... it's a different hook. I mean... Oh, damn. Been moving my mic around. Oops. I'd get too upset losing amount of money. I used to sometimes bet Sabres games, but... It's a bad idea. Really bad idea. I don't recommend it. I drink 3 glasses of milk at once. Elijah's grown big and strong. Yeah. But this hook, I'm really scared it won't support the Kentucky Derby pennant. Actually, it's just above the camera. You can't see it, but you can hear it. Alright. We'll see. I want to put this sucker up. See how it looks. Here, I'm gonna put it up now. You know, my initial mistake was trying to put this up all at once. That was stupid. Yay! Kentucky Derby pennant. Alright, what do we think, chat? Does it look okay like that? Or should I rip that off? I don't like how much it just sits off the wall like that, though. If only there's like a little string here that you can hang it up like this sucker. I'm almost concerned. It doesn't appear to have a string behind it. Oh, you guys liked it? Looks better on the right side. What's the right? Oh, right side. I know. You guys are bringing up the door. It's a process, okay? It's a process. We'll continuously get things added. Join the Discord and give me suggestions there as well after the stream. I don't think weight off their shoulders. I don't know. I think they just got to win one. Okay, winning one is a lot more valuable than you think. So I think they just really want to just get out of their own ways. My left side? Wait a minute. You think it looks better over here? Well, if I don't put it up, I mean, if I put it right here, then, I mean, now all the walls are kind of covered. I already got stuff over here. It's not like you'd be able to see it. I'd have to move the Ryan Miller banner because the pennant would just cover everything. My left side. So you guys, you want the pennant over there. You want the Derby pennant over here. Because this is, okay, we're going to call this side. This is my right. Just say right. This is the right side. This is the left side. You guys want it on the left side with the poster and the Ryan Miller banner with all the other little trinkets and helmet and trophy and whatnot. Because this is the left side. Right where it's at. No, left. Wait. Right. Okay. You guys want it over here on the right side. Right side. Over here. I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to let the chat, catch up. Okay? Right. Right there. Right? This is the right side. Right? Did I just... Yeah, right side. Right. Do you guys... Not as we see you, your left to us is the window. Well, as you see me, this is right, this is left. Oh, dear God. Guys, we can't figure out rights and lefts. Alright. I'm just gonna leave it there. And if you guys have a complaint, then whatever. You would get a bunch of 8x10 sports photos lining down that side of the door. Interesting. Okay. Noted for... What's Victor? Oh, Victor's... That's what Victor said. Okay, so Victor and Jason believe I should get pictures. So you don't like the Derby pennant over there? Does it not look good? Keep it right where it is. Okay. Alright, I'm going to keep it where it is. It's going to stay where it is. Not going to touch it anymore. It's going to stay at that point. Interior decorators. We are a bunch of interior decorators. And you want me to put the pennant on the door? So you want little pictures. I mean, I could always... I cannot show the game. It's Josh official. YouTube will copyright this stream and knock it down immediately, so I cannot show the game. If I were on Twitch, maybe I could show the game, but this is YouTube. YouTube are very strict about that. I tried it once, and the stream got knocked out within 10 seconds. So, I cannot show the game. Alright, so, Chad is saying right now that you think maybe the pennant on the door and then pictures to the side of the door. Is that... Am I getting you guys? Am I understanding y'all correctly? I'll let you guys... Here. We're gonna see. Is it like AI or something that not... What do you mean? Oh, that knocks out the streams? I don't know what, but YouTube always has a really good detection system. I remember the first stream of the year that we did, I had the old like Sabres pregame song playing during the stream starts now screen, and I immediately got a copyright notice for that. So it must be AI, whatever robot system YouTube has in their arsenal, they're able to detect this shit like that. In my childhood room, I had 8x10 Bills photos all over my room. Something like that. Interesting. Well, you know what? For now, we're going to keep the Derby pennant up there. Okay, we're going to keep it up there. And I'll think about maybe pictures or something. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the pennant up here for the stream. Although I don't like how it looks like it's just hanging off the wall like that. Looks like Boston's beating Minnesota 5-3 right now. Pittsburgh's losing to Dallas 4-3. Hurricanes are going to win against the Devils. Blue Jackets and Sharks tied up at 2. Montreal and Nashville tied up at 0. That game just started. Okay, so those are some results from around the NHL. You know, we're gonna see how it looks on the door. I just want to put it up against the door, and let's see here, like right there. Stupid. I mean, you could cover one of these frames, you know, like 2 pennants hanging down like that. I don't know. I don't really want to put anything on the doors. Chat. I don't know if I love this either. Decisions. Ugh. I'll show my age. I had Farah Fawcett all over my walls. Nice. Gen X thing, you know. I see. But yeah, we're gonna keep it there for the stream. And I may mess around with it. I don't know. I don't know if I love the idea of putting stuff on the door. I like the door to just be whatever. But I am open to the idea of putting like 8x10 pictures over there. That's interesting. But anyways, folks, we're about to return here to the third period, folks. A big poster. Well, again, I want to be able to get into that closet back there, so I need the door, and it's a double paneled door. It's a fold-in, so can't put a big poster over the entirety of it. Get a Taylor Swift poster for the door. Victor, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I think I'll do that. I think I like that idea. That's a very good idea. But here we go, folks. We are almost underway. The Sabres, we're in a good spot here. They're in the game. Just gotta get one more past Philip Grubauer. And Lindy Ruff is entrusting his fourth line to set the tone here, the beginning of this third period. So come on in. Rasmus Dahlin's got the only goal here for Buffalo tonight. You were joking? Doesn't seem like you were joking. Seems like you are pretty genuine. I'm gonna put up a Taylor Swift poster on the door. Yeah, because Victor said so. And if anyone ever asks, Victor said, Don, put a Taylor Swift picture on the door. Josh Allen's wife. Yeah. Here's a nice stretch pass for the Sabres. Kozak, he's had a really good game. I like Kozak's been sitting out of the lineup for a couple weeks here ever since the trade deadline. It's been good, but there's a great chance for Malenstein off the fade, and now he sends it back towards the crease. Grubauer makes a couple of really strong saves there. And Grubauer shaking his glove hand after that save. A life-size Livy Dunn. I don't know about that. That's interesting. Buff here as Tage Thompson rumbles up ice. Tage carries it in, sends it to the back post. Nobody there. Cadden, I think, got a piece of that pass and broke it up. And now here comes Beniers at center ice. Plays it out wide. Cadden has it broken up by Doan. And here come the Sabres the other way. Doan and Thompson leading the charge, but they'll both go off for... Or Thompson will go off for a line change. Here's Evans on the puck. Spins away from Doan. Now gets under pressure from Tage, who actually didn't leave the ice. I don't know why he curled back. Here's Doan trying to just scoop this back to the point, but his pass didn't have enough juice on it, and the Kraken are able to pick it off and clear. Oh, the baby was born already? All I knew was that Haley Steinfeld was pregnant. I didn't realize she actually had the baby. All right, the Sabres got everyone out on the ice. Here comes Quinn. He'll gain the line, shoots it in, goes to the far side. Cadden can't clear, but the Sabres can't keep possession. Lindgren will just play it back here for his D partner, and the Kraken now can get out of the zone with ease. Lindgren now onto the near side wing. He'll take a quick snapper towards the net. Luukkonen will glove it down and hold on. Allen scoring more than just touchdowns. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Bills, yeah. I haven't seen it. I'm not on Facebook either. All right, Sabres lose that face-off. Quick shot from the point by Dunn. Luukkonen can't control the rebound. The Sabres will, though, and they'll get it out of the zone. Logan Stanley now receiving a pass in his own zone. Please don't turn the puck over. Timmins turns the puck over. They were under no pressure here, but Eberle came in at the last moment and stole it away. Gotta love that third pairing defenseman. Third pair D from the Sabres. They are doing things again. They are indeed playing the game of hockey. But nice play here for the Sabres. Here's Timmins trying to continue this play on. It bounces straight out in front. There's a shot from the Sabres that didn't get on goal. And now here's some heavy hitting right now. Stanley with a nice move to cross the blue line. Plays it to the wing here for Benson. He'll pull up, trying to spin around. Gets decked into the corner. Ooh, Elijah, I don't know about Tyson Kozak to Danny Briere. That is an interesting player comp. Benson still in a jostling match in the corner. Dunn's going to get the better of him, though. And he will flip it high and up to center ice. Power trying to settle down this bouncer. He will. In his own zone he goes. He'll quickly pass it along the Krebs. He'll guide it the rest of the way into the Kraken zone. Buffalo will finish a line change. Already 3.5 minutes gone in this third period as the Kraken gain the Sabres blue line. Up the far wing they go. Montour circling all the way around the zone. He goes behind the net. Good stick by Power to break it up. McMahon almost got into that loose puck. Sabres trying to shovel it out now. They can't. Kept in the zone. Byram. Far side for Power. Now he'll bank it off the boards and up to Doan. And Doan will just backhand this one towards the direction of Tage, but outside of his reach. McMahon throws it in behind the Sabres net. Samuelson will come up with it. Up to center ice comes Tage, but it gets broken up, and here comes Kakko. Kakko with a 2-on-1 takes the shot. He misses far side. Alexiak with a good keep in there. Can this... Talk! Can you do something? Alright, no, he can't. Sabres just get it out of the zone, and we'll go off for some changes. Here's Quinn with a little bit of room. Enters the Kraken zone before losing the puck. Typical Quinn. Play dies on his stick. I know he's... Oh my god, Quinn. Quinn battling just inside the line. Again, can't clear the zone, but the Sabres will keep the puck, and now they'll go for the stretch pass. Here's a follow-up from McLeod. McLeod dancing with it, sends it towards the net. It actually bounces off the outside of the goal. Quinn trying to circle around it, actually catches a piece of the ref and will stay there for a Kraken. What the tuck? Oh, good stick here by Carrick. Stolen away. Carrick! Shot! Just got a piece of it. I think Grubauer did. There's another chance in front. Grubauer got clipped on this drive-by by Carrick. He couldn't get that on goal. Oh my god, Timmins! You gotta get that puck out. Turned over by him. Right on goal into the middle of the ice. Kraken, the veneer shot stopped by Luukkonen. Get this third pair off my screen. Get him out! Here comes Carrick now the other way in over the line. He just gets past Adam Larsson, but not much farther. It bounces in the corner. Larsson will retrieve it again, floats it forward to Beniers in the high slot, and the Kraken can skate it into the Sabres zone. I am so done with Timmins and Stanley. They are dog shit. Neither of them can play with the puck. Neither of them can make a breakout pass to save their lives. Why does Lindy Ruff refuse to put Metz in the lineup? It doesn't make sense. He's not big, but he's a security blanket. Play your best damn lineup. We haven't clinched the playoffs yet. Byram now, shooting this one into the Kraken zone. Sabres still down by a goal, looking for an answer here. Benson can't wrestle this puck out in front. The Kraken will just squeeze it along the boards and down the ice. Bowen Byram in a big chase here with Eberle. Byram wins. And we'll get it forward again for himself. Byram to Benson. Now trying to return the dish towards Byram. He was streaking down the middle of the ice. Couldn't handle it. And now the Kraken going back the other way. McCann trying to glove this pass down. He will. He curls around with the puck at the blue line before sending it down low. Stevenson, I think, took a high stick from his own teammate. Oh, come on, Buffalo. What was that? Krebs, get on the same page. Some jeers from the crowd. Sabres changing again. Here comes McMahon with a shot. Blockered away by Luukkonen. Now Tage spinning with the puck. Finds Tuck. Tuck to the far side. He'll get it back. Oh, no, he can't. Pass was behind him. McMahon. His play taken off his stick. And here comes Dahlin down the gut of the ice. He was going to take the shot, but it was stripped off his stick at the final moment by Kakko. And again, Seattle will float this one into the Sabres zone. Luukkonen plays it to the boards here for Tuck. Tuck dances around Goudreau. He gets to center ice. He'll rifle it in. Grubauer behind his net and plays it off the glass and out. And here comes Seattle on a 3-on-2. Goudreau dropping it back far side. Now that play. Great break up there by Logan Stanley. And here comes Stanley leading the charge the other way. Goes to the outside. Now to the net. He absolutely crushed Grubauer. And I think Stanley is gonna get called here. He skated right through the crease. Took out Grubauer. The mask has flown off. But I think Stanley's gonna get called. With 8 minutes gone here, we're gonna go to a commercial break. And I believe Logan Stanley, as he drove to the net, is going to get called for goalie interference. So he does a good thing, but simultaneously punishes his own team as well. Maddening. I'm so glad for this team. Oh. 46 people in here. I'm beyond frustrated with this team's performance right now. 28 likes. Let's get to 30, folks. Come on. But we are in a commercial break right now, ladies and gents. I believe Logan Stanley is going to get called for a penalty here, as he drove to the net and took out Philip Grubauer. But we got even 12 minutes to go in this third period. The call hasn't been confirmed. I haven't seen anything yet, but I do believe it's going to be Stanley. Yep, Logan Stanley's going to get called for goalie interference. Well, I don't understand actually why Logan Stanley's getting that call. He was pushed into the goalie, so appears Logan Stanley's going to get punished for being 6'7". But we're about to return to play. Logan Stanley is going to the penalty kill, and the fans are upset at the KeyBank Center. So let's see on the replay right now. Logan Stanley cuts to the outside. He drives around Lindgren. Lindgren then pushes him into Philip Grubauer. Stanley decks Grubauer, and Stanley gets the penalty. And Tage is arguing the same point there with the referee. The referee says, F off. I'm doing my job. Shut up. And Stanley's just arguing right now. What am I supposed to do? But Seattle's 0 for 3 on the power play so far today. This would be a real kick in the nuts if they score on this man advantage. But thank you, Logan Stanley. That's still 3 penalties in 2 games for him. There's a quick blast from the point. Whoa. There is a blast from the point. Timmins has no stick right now. It just got smacked out of his hands on the slap. Oh yeah, his stick just broke. So it's a 5-on-3 basically right now. McCann directing things at the point to Stevenson into the high slot. Beniers one-timer stopped by Luukkonen. Good job just keeping things to the outside. Looks like Luukkonen actually wanted to play that puck. But Luukkonen was able to see that shot. Beniers looking for one more to 20. All right, another face-off. One there by the Kraken. They get it to the point. Here's Dunn across to Stevenson. Back up top. Dunn, one-timer blocked by Malenstein. It hits him right on the ass, and he is struggling to... He'll just sweep it out of the zone on his hands and knees. Malenstein, loyal to the crest, and he will skate right off to the locker room. Bad sign there. Malenstein is skated straight off to the locker room after blocking that shot. Eberle with 1:10 to go on the power play. He'll shoot it around and in. It goes down low. Back up to the point here for Dunn. Dunn across to Stevenson. His pass redirects off a stick and into the corner. Dunn gets there first, though. He plays it to the point. There's a one-timer that deflects just wide of Luukkonen's net. Again, it's off on the near boards. Sabres trying to win a 50-50 battle. They don't, but Seattle just plays it out of play and into the meshing. But there is a shot block. It looked like it hit actually not the ass, but the lower back. Ooh, of Malenstein. That's going to be a sore one. Can't lose Malenstein. He's been such a positive here for the Sabres. 46 seconds remain on the Seattle power play. Shots 30 apiece. Face off to the right of Luukkonen. Face off, sitting in the dot. Seattle wins possession here, and they get it to the point again. To the line is Montour. Across to McMahon. He'll fire it around. Far side again. Seattle. That play is broken up and cleared down the ice. Good pressure by Power to break that chance up. Here's Montour now, starting the rush. He'll drop it. And they'll go cross ice here. Berkeley Catton. Catton with a couple of moves gets into the corner here. McMahon following up. His pass around goes to the far side, and here comes Tuck now. Tuck maybe with a venture shorthanded. Not allowed to get to the net. He'll just drop it back, but that's going to come outside the line. Sabres got to retreat here. That's offsides, but they've killed off the power play. Along the wing it goes for McMahon. He'll slide it into the corner for Cadden. Cadden gets angled off the puck by Stanley, who kicks at it a couple times. Gets it towards Tage, but can't clear the zone. Somehow barely kept in. It goes behind the net for Fogart. Send that in front on the spinorama. Picked off by Tage. And the Sabres do just enough. They'll get it to center ice now. Samuelson finishing a check, but getting the puck right back into his direction again here. Doesn't matter, though. Sabres are able to get forward here. Here's Quinn saying a man to the net. Doan was there. He was just a second behind. Sabres can't keep it in the zone, though. Time is ticking here on Buffalo in this hockey game. Here's Larson trying to send it towards the net off the rush. Luukkonen high in the blue paint, though. Able to break that play up, and the Sabres clear. Here's Beniers with the puck. His pass off the wing, off the mark. It was intended for McCann. McCann just clipped Luukkonen. No call from the refs, and the fans are up. They're like, what's with the double standard? McCann, his pass taken away by Krebs, and here he goes, starting forward here. It goes to Krebs. He's got space, takes a shot, scores! Peyton Krebs puts the Sabres on his back, and they've tied this game at 2. Yes, sir! It's been a hard-fought game here for the Sabres, but Peyton Krebs found a little bit of daylight and made it count. 2-2. That was Zach Benson on the blue line entry. Found Krebs going forward. He had a makeshift 2-on-1. And Krebs, being the aggressive bastard that he is, took the shot and made no mistake about it. What a play here. And we got a game, folks. We got a game. The crowd is back into it. Here comes the Sabres, though. Watch out. McMahon trying to lead the counter. His pass goes through the crease. And now Buffalo again. The crowd is into it, folks. Seattle curling forward. It's McMahon. He's been a real difference maker in today's game so far. He goes behind the net. Taken away off his stick by the Sabres. McLeod. McLeod trying to go up the wing towards Zucker. McLeod gets sat down along the boards. He turns to the ref. No arm raised. Here's Riker Evans now, sending it towards the net. Taken away by Dahlin, and he will flip it out to center ice. 7.5 minutes in this hockey game. So Benson's been given an assist. I think that's 6 points in a 6-point game, or 6-game point streak for Zach Benson. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's certainly been a difference maker so far. Why didn't Tuck touch that puck? I think he was unsure if that play was offsides. Doesn't matter. Seattle will take it the other way here with Molgaard. Molgaard into the far corner. His pass missed the mark. And Tage will just play it up the boards and out of the zone. It goes to center ice here for the man of the moment, Peyton Krebs. Gives it to Tuck, drops it to Tage. Oh, he had a man going to the front of the net. It was Stanley, but he couldn't find the pass. The fans are on their feet. They did not like the hit that Krebs took. And now this puck gets deflected up and out of play. Did this go straight out? And I think this may be a delay of game. Is it? Yes, it's going to be a power play. But that'll be after the commercial break. But everything is going Sabres.
If I sense you're on a power play
way right now.
I don't like power play people.
But here we go, folks. Yes, sir. So am I that far behind? Folks, as we get into close to the final 5 minutes, make sure no spoilers in chat. I just happened not to be looking when Krebs scored. So make sure, if I haven't said it already, please do not put in the chat. This stream is about 10 seconds delayed by just courtesy of YouTube. Nothing I can do about that. There may be a delay already in the ESPN broadcast, so we're talking 20 seconds. If I haven't said it already, please do not put it in the chat. Spoilers are no fun, and take all the spoiler out. Dominic, I'm so sorry. Are you a Seattle fan? You seem a little heartbroken in chat, pal. But we got 59 people right now in the stream. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. All right? Hit that like button and subscribe. But the Sabres appear to be going to the power play. We got 32 likes on the stream. Let's get to 35. Let's get to 35. Can we do that? Can we do that? No spoilers. Yes, no spoilers. Please and thank you. It's a courtesy not just to me, but there are some people who aren't watching the game in this chat right now, and this stream is their only source of information, so I'm sure they wouldn't like spoilers either. But spoilers are basically saying Krebs is going to score 10 seconds before I say Krebs is going to score. But yes, we will return to play. Enough of that point. Looks like there's the puck in the air, and Mulgar just knocks it up and over the glass and out of play. Sawyer, don't die. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you. You guys are great. All right, so the Sabres, off the face-off, they'll win it to the point. Here's Dahlin spinning around at the blue line. Dahlin finds Norris at the near face-off dot. Gives it quickly back to Norris. He's got a little bit of space. He will slide it down low. Back to Norris in the face-off. At the face-off dot. He's got the puck. Again, down low. Far side. Thompson! Missed the net! He was trying to go short side up top, but he missed. Here's Norris again with the puck on his stick. Down low to Zucker. Sends it to the crease. Took a weird deflection. Grubauer's alert. Now Thompson will send it out in front. It goes between the legs of Dahlin and out. Back to the center ice line they go. He was trying to catch the Seattle Kraken taking a bad change. They can't. Seattle's got numbers back. Quinn trying to play this one between a couple of guys. Norris with a good keep in momentarily. But now Seattle will clear. Sabres on their side of center here. Hey, Robert, thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, if you have your subscriptions public, make sure to subscribe. I'll give you a shout out. Here's Quinn gaining the line. Finds Thompson on the far side. Thompson just backpedaling his way down. He gives himself some space. He gets to Quinn. Quinn at the faceoff dot goes cross-side. Dahlin one-timer is blocked. 40 seconds remain on the Sabres power play. 5:19 left in the third. He finds Norris. Norris actually tripped over himself. Keeps possession, though, for the Sabres. Norris. Into the high bumper. Down low to Zucker. Zucker to Norris. Norris down low. Zucker walking in front. His shot goes through the crease. 20 seconds remain. It's with Tage. Tage holds. Slides it down low. It goes between the legs of Quinn. He can't handle it. And now Seattle will clear. 10 seconds remain on this power play. Maybe one last rush. No, looks like the Sabres are going to take things slow. Hey, thank you, Jay Lask. I appreciate the support. Fisker Mulgard out of the box, and the Sabres turn it over at the blue line. It's a 2-on-1. Here they come. Mulgard! The puck just goes underneath his stick on the pass-through. The Sabres get it back from him. They retrieve it on the near side boards. Under 5 to go here in this third period. Tuck across. Trailer pass! The shot blocked from Power. Benson on the spinorama shot. That one's also blocked, and now Seattle will just get it outside of their zone. The Sabres are pinning the Kraken back right now, giving them all they can handle at the moment. Byram to the red line across. He played it out wide. Benson's high riser missed the target. Kept in at the near point by Power. His cross-ice pass gets picked off, and the Kraken can come back with speed. Here's Montour to the outside. His shot straight into the chest of Luukkonen, and he will hold on. The score stays level here. It looks like MSG, yep, they're going to a final TV timeout. 3:44 remains in this third period. The Sabres have battled their way back from a 2-0 hole. They got the game tied up. And I got to get the goal information on here. What do we got? So it's been a couple minutes, so I apologize for the delay. But I will get you this. We just haven't had a commercial in a while. Go Sabres, go. Yes, sir, Joe. Buffalo win? I hope so, Yellow. Don, Buffalo Bills have something Pepsi. Very interesting. Let me see. Have color has Pepsi. Yes, Elisha. Yes. Looks like you guys, all 81% of you, were right to have faith in this team. But there you go. There's your goal information. Peyton Krebs tied the game up at 2. Actually, I'll just keep this up there for a little while. Alright, can the computer stop? It is 2-2. Ah, homeboy. Ill homeboy. But we are about to return to play here, folks. We got 71 people in the chat right now. Folks, it's free to do. It's easy to do. If you like these streams and you want to see more, like and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. And join the Discord. You'll get constant updates, and the Instagram as well. Follow the Instagram. You'll get constant updates about when we go live here on Buffalo Sports Center. But anywho, we return to play it. Face off to the left of Luukkonen. Kraken, they win it. Montour's one-timer straight into the glove of Luukkonen. And he'll get serenaded with some blues from the crowd. Bella, what's going on? All right, another face-off. Won by Norris. Back to his defenseman, Timmins. The Sabres will touch it along and quickly send it into the Kraken zone. Doan leading the rush here. Doan trying to get this one out in front. He's on his knees. He gets that puck taken off his stick. He goes to the far point. Dahlin sends it back towards Doan. Inside to Benson. Up top. That shot blocked. Sawyer, thank you for continuously being a member. Appreciate that. Samuelson looking for that quick up. It gets taken off the Kraken stick. Here's Doan going around behind the net. He doesn't have a open man out in front. It goes to the point. There's a quick shot. Norris, his redirection was right on. Grubauer didn't know much about it. Rebound goes to the near side. Here for McCann. And the Kraken will just move the puck forward. I'm a big fan of Optimus Prime for sure. Here's a race for it, and it looks like Krebs is just going to lose it, and it'll be called an icing against Buffalo. The fans don't appreciate that. Yes, listen to Jason, guys. We appreciate it. We've got a lot of Uzbek being spoken right now in the chat. It's very interesting. Not very familiar with that country or culture, but I'd like to learn more. Alrighty. Face off. Win. Won by this Kraken. It'll go to the boards. They'll send it back low again. They were looking for Chandler Stevenson. Or that was Stevenson. But the Sabres get to it first, and here's Tuck. Forward to Tage. That pass was just outside of Tage's reach. And when you miss Tage, and even he can't reach it, then that's a pretty bad pass, because he's a big boy. But here comes Seattle the other way. McMahon's high riser. Just missed the far corner. Come on, just get a point from this game. Here's Tage now. He'll just lift it out to center ice. And it won't be far enough for an icing, though. We got 108 people now in the stream. Like and subscribe. The Sabres and Kraken. This game is going down to the wire, folks. Sabres picking off that clearing attempt from the Kraken on the foreboards. Now the Kraken will get it out the second try. It goes back to center. The Sabres on their own side of center here with power. Across to Byram. They'll deflect it into the Kraken corner. Quinn in on the chase. He can't get there first. The defenseman does instead. Here's McMahon. And Beniers with some support. Beniers just gets it along the boards. It gets out of the zone. The Kraken just keeps shoveling it forward. Not a lot of space out on the ice right there. And now the Kraken just takes out a Sabres player. How is that not an interference call from the refs? One referee in the corner, the other one out at center, and neither of them have their arms raised. That should have been an interference. Somehow it wasn't. The fans are upset at KeyBank Center. The Kraken will shoot it in. Looks like it took a deflection out of play. Zucker was suplexed at center ice. And Zucker is tapping his stick on the boards, mockingly serenading the refs. Oh my God. It was a shoulder, but the play was gone. Zucker was skating forward, and Alexiak just hit him in the head and neck with his stick. And somehow that is not a penalty. 1 more now in this third period. The fans with some refs you suck chants. Somehow, Zucker with some claps. 1 minute remains here in this third period. The Kraken will clear this into the Sabres' end. Carrick from behind his own net gets it around to the boards. It's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing call here against Buffalo. 49.9 seconds left. And the fans continue to boo the refs. Let them know exactly how they feel. If the game ends in a draw at the end of 3 periods, we will go to a 3-on-3 5-minute overtime period. If it continues to remain 2-2 after that, both teams will go to a shootout. Alrighty, Sabres win that draw. They'll get it out to center ice here, deflects into the Kraken zone, and will be another icing even though it took a deflection at center ice. So we'll do the face-off again. Good to see Beck Malenstein is back on the ice here for the Sabres. Face-off right at 52% here for Carrick, so good percentage him. He leans in against Chandler Stevenson. That's Seattle's best face-off guy. And we got some eager guys off the draw here with McMahon and Timmins bumping into the ref, the linesman. Alrighty. Oh my God, linesman, drop the puck! Let's go. Alright, Sabres win the draw here. Samuelson now with it behind his net. He'll get it to center here. Kozak skates it down, and he will lift this into the near corner. Evans for the Kraken. He plays it forward, and I think this puck has gone up and out of play. Or this will be an icing call, actually. 27 seconds left, and the fans sarcastically cheer as a call fine. And they are loud, folks. They are loud. 74 people in the chat. Like and subscribe. How many are we at right now? Where am I from? I am from Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Actually, I'm from Buffalo, but I'm streaming this game in Kentucky right now. Faceoff is to the right of Grubauer. Krebs loses it. Goes behind the net. The Kraken just whack it forward to the point. Byram trying to keep it in. It gets past him. Krebs just smacks it forward, but he can't get it in deep. Kraken now with the puck. They can't get it in very far. And here's a quick up here from Tage Thompson to Krebs. Oh, Krebs' pass. He was looking for Tuck streaking to the far post, but it gets deflected up and out of play. We got 8.6 seconds left now. So Krebs, he saw the lane here, but it was a good stick there from, who was it? Riker Evans. Yep, Riker Evans. So maybe one last win of the draw and shot here for the Sabres. One last opportunity. Carrick going to take this face-off for the Buffalo Sabres. Carrick, it sits in the face-off dot. There's a scrum for it. It's still loose. It'll Kareem to the corner, and that is going to do it here. These two teams are going to overtime. So the Sabres, again, for the third time this week, will collect a point. They've battled back in this hockey game. It was looking hopeless at 2-0, but goals from Rasmus Dahlin and Peyton Krebs have evened things up, and they've earned themselves a point here. Now it's time to go get to another. All right, we got one last commercial break, maybe. Yes, donate. Money or no money, I just appreciate you guys being here with me. Yeah. I'd like to see the Sabres actually win in overtime. I don't think I haven't seen the Sabres win in overtime this season. I streamed the Utah overtime loss. I streamed both of the Boston overtime losses. What else? I think that's it. I think those are the only overtime games that I've streamed. And I haven't seen a game go to OT yet. But we got 5 minutes for a 3-on-3 overtime period. If it remains tied up after that, these two teams will go to a shootout, where your 3 shooters will likely get an opportunity for both sides. But the Sabres only have 2 overtime wins so far this season. Actually, we have 3. So we'll see what happens here in the final 5 minutes, folks. They haven't won in overtime since the Ottawa game during their 10-game win streak almost 3 months ago. But yeah, the Sabres are 3-8 in overtime this season. Let's get one. Alrighty, let's see who's on the ice here for the Sabres. We got Carrick to take the face-off. Dahlin is out there. I'm guessing the third guy will be Tuck. Yep. So Carrick, Dahlin, and Tuck out there for the Sabres. And make sure, folks, no spoilers in the chat. Again, this first face-off, this initial face-off, is so important. We saw in that Boston game on Wednesday when the Sabres lost and never even touched the puck. And just as I say that, Carrick loses the draw, and Seattle will have the first opportunity here in overtime. Montour drops it to Bobby McMahon, the recent deadline acquisition from Toronto, along the boards for Stevenson. Stevenson has it stripped by Tuck. He wins possession here for Buffalo, and here comes Dahlin. Dances around one at center. He'll cross over the blue line. Dahlin circles back and exits the zone. He's going to come all the way back to his own blue line, actually. The Sabres were deep in the zone, and now Dahlin's pass. It goes down the ice. It'll miss the mark and be an icing call here against Buffalo. He was looking for Tuck. I wish the Sabres didn't continuously turn the puck over in overtime. Looks like Josh Norris is now out here. So it'll be Norris, Dahlin, and Tuck. Norris was able to change. Or no, actually, he got out there after Carrick. Norris loses the draw. It goes right to Dunn. Dunn walks across the blue line. He'll square it now. And the Kraken will just leave the zone. Beniers leaves it there for Dunn. Dunn circles around at center ice with the puck. He'll go up the far wing here for Beniers. He crosses the Sabres blue line. Beniers slowly scans. He'll walk to the outside. Now he'll curl back towards the blue line. Beniers still with the puck on a stick. He evades one of Dahlin. Beniers being guarded by Tuck. He goes to the net. He'll dish it off for Eberle, and Eberle will just leave the zone here. The fans are booing. Eberle, quick up here to Beniers along the near side boards. Beniers forced back by Tuck. These guys have been out there for a while for the Sabres. Beniers cuts to the outside. He'll go around behind the net. He centers this one. No shot from Eberle. He'll instead give it back off to Beniers. Beniers being tracked again by Tuck. He'll give it to Dunn. Dunn forced back to center. The Sabres still can't change. They're tired. This is dangerous. Here's Berkeley Cadden. Cadden dishes to the outside. They're in the Sabres zone right now. Back up top for Cadden. Cadden doesn't take the shot. He'll give it again to Beniers, and again he'll circle back to center ice. The Kraken are playing the wait-and-see approach here. There's a loose pass. Finds Tuck. And finally, the Sabres will get a touch on this puck here. They'll get quickly forward right now. Here's Tage along the far wall. The Sabres finally get a couple of line changes. They'll go slow here. Dahlin joining Tage and Byram on the ice. Here's Tage crossing the blue line. Tage to the outside. Takes the shot. Just missed the far corner. Back to Dahlin at the point. Here's Rasmus. Guarded by Montour. He gets taken to the corner. Dahlin gets way too easily taken off the puck by Montour. And now Seattle will have an opportunity here. Here's Bobby McMahon with the puck. Leaves it for Montour. Up the far wall he goes. He'll circle into the Sabre zone. Now he'll curl back to center. Montour leaves it there for McMahon. 2 minutes remain here in this overtime period. Again, if no team scores here in overtime, we will go to a shootout. There's a cross-ice pass intended for Stevenson, picked off, and here comes Byram for the Sabres. He'll leave it actually at center ice for Tage. And now Tage, cutting across the blue line. He'll cut to the outside. Tage, he has a man, McLeod. He'll go around behind the net. No shot from him. He'll give it back to Tage as one-timer. Skids wide of the net. And Byram now will just play it all the way back into his own zone here. 149 people in the stream. Like and subscribe if you want to see the Sabres win. Here's McLeod leaving it there at center for Quinn. Quinn trying to find a way in right now. He'll leave it at the blue line here for McLeod. He cuts towards the middle. Back to Quinn. Quinn with a shot. Stopped by Grubauer. And he will hold on for no rebounds. Grubauer was trying to move that puck. I don't know why he didn't. Sabres were caught down low. Looking back at this Tage opportunity, he was trying to go far side. He just missed. He had that far post working. It was open. Algorithm working. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shots tied up at 34. Score tied up at 2. 121 remains in this overtime period. The Kraken cheating a little bit on the far wall. Here's Krebs leaning into this, or Carrick leaning into this faceoff. He wins it for the Sabres. It'll go all the way out of the zone, though, and into the Sabres zone end. So Rasmus Dahlin will circle back here. He'll drop it for Tage Thompson. Tage walking between a couple of defenders. He takes the shot. Stopped by Grubauer. He grimaces a little bit in pain. Tage trying to follow his own rebound. He can't. Taken away by Vince Dunn, and the Kraken have numbers going the other way. Here's Beniers. Beniers with a shot. Missed short side. Now the Sabres have a couple of numbers. Tage will just flip it up to center. To Tuck. Now to the middle for Dahlin. He couldn't get it around Grubauer. Dahlin and Tuck there. The puck. Oh my goodness. Tuck's stick just got kicked out of his own hands, and Tuck will play a little bit of soccer here. He'll kick it back with 30 seconds for Tage. Yeah, I don't want to shoot out either. Tage slowly taking his time back. I think the Sabres want the last possession here. 22 left in the overtime. Forward comes Dahlin. To Quinn to the outside. Quinn circles around behind the net. Here's Quinn still with the puck on a stick. He'll circle to the blue line. High in the zone. Gives it to Byram. Byram. Now to Norris. Norris forced to the boards. 6 seconds left. To Quinn. Dance around one. To the net they go. The shot misses the target, and we are going to a shootout. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Don't go anywhere, folks. We still have a hockey game left. It's going to a shootout. But yep, we are going to a shootout. This is the first time we've made it to a shootout on stream this year. Yes, the Sabres are 4-0 in the shootout this season. It'd be nice to get an extra point here. Just get that win. Get back in the W column. Let's get 2 points. Come on. Come on. But if you are new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, Joe, I know. I don't know why the Sabres refuse to shoot the puck. It's so annoying. Very, very annoying. No Seattle. Boo Seattle. We don't like Seattle. But anyways, so if you're new to the game and you don't know how this works, both teams are guaranteed at least 3 shootout attempts unless a team scores on their first 2 shots and the other team doesn't score in their first 2 shots. If neither team has scored more goals after 3 rounds, we will just keep going until there's a winner. But shootout records, the Kraken are 1-5 this season. The Sabres undefeated at 4-0. I expect to see Jack Quinn up here first for the Sabres. But it looks like Tage Thompson's actually going to shoot first here for Buffalo. So Tage Thompson will shoot first for the Buffalo Sabres. He's got about a 25% clip rate. And the fans, they're on their feet at the KeyBank Center. So here we go. Tage Thompson, the first shooter here for the Buffalo Sabres. He's going to start in slowly. Now he'll speed up on his forehand. Tage scores! He roofs it. Glove side on Grubauer. It just exploded off his stick. And Frederick Gaudreau will be the first shooter here for Seattle. Looking to answer here. Frederick Gaudreau, the former, he'll cut across on his forehand. He waits out Luukkonen. What a save by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen! Gaudreau, oh, he will try to wait him out, but Gaudreau said, no, sir, I'm robbing you high and blind today. Oh, my goodness. Luukkonen was on his ass, and he still said no. So we move on to the second round. Quinn, he's shooting at a 75% rate this season. He's 3 for 4. Let's see if he can do it again. Quinn, slowly on the near side. He'll cut back towards the middle. He'll fake, and he dribbles it in! A slow-mo goal there for Jack Quinn. And the Sabres are on the precipice of winning this game. He just waited him out, Grubauer, and he cuts it back onto the forehand, slides it past the pad of Grubauer. So here we go. This is to keep the game alive. It's Kaapo Kakko. Can Luukkonen make one more save? Kakko into the zone. Stopped by Luukkonen! Sabres win it in a shootout. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen leading this team to their first win in 4 games. They will jump back over the Tampa Bay Lightning for first in the Atlantic, and they move to 98 points. They are on the razor's edge of getting back to the playoffs. Yes, sir. You can feel the weight lift for this team. It's been a tough week, but they battled back. They battled through thick and thin here today. And they will get all 2 points. Wave your towels. The wagon is back on. Ooh, ah. Sabres on the warpath. Ooh, ah. And this is another well-earned points here for the Buffalo Sabres. And that's going to do it here for this hockey game, ladies and gents. 172 people. I thank you, all of you, for joining us here. If you want to see more streams like this with me going crazy, it's only going to get crazier from here on into the rest of the season. So make sure to like and subscribe. Turn those notification bells on as well. And yeah, we're up to 47 likes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sabres win. Let's get some W's in the chat. W's. Let's get some W's. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every point counts. I don't care how you do it, how it looks, ugly, fancy, fun. No, it's a heart attack-inducing game. I don't care. Get 2 points. Get 2 points and move on. And that's exactly what the Sabres did here today. Oh, yeah, a ton of people. I think that's the most we've ever had. But W's. 51 likes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're up to 34 for subscribers. Make sure to like and sub if you like this. I will be continuing to stream here as we get closer to the playoffs. And as long as ESPN doesn't screw me, I will be streaming every single Sabres playoff game. So make sure to subscribe. The passion never dies. I'm always loyal to this crest. Are you? Well, if the answer is yes, subscribe. But the Sabres battled back here for a brilliant 2 points. That's actually their first home win over the Seattle Kraken since the Kraken have begun existing. So, Nice to get that monkey off your back. The guy in the UB. Yeah, I know. But, whoa. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna hop off in a few minutes, so I will do my customary shoutouts here at the end of the stream. We got Bill's Mafia, Hitman, Renzek, Victor, Woke is a Joke, Sawyer, Jason, Snickle Fritz, Killakulua, Pissed Off Sabres fan. Well, are you so pissed off today? Austin. Did I just mention Sawyer? Sawyer, Alex, Elijah, Dominic. I mentioned Victor, I think. Victor, Joe Zadie, Jilask, Yo-Yo Black, even though that was a Seattle fan. Peas, Minecraft Minister, Bilal. Oh, I got a lot of people. Remy's dad. Oh yeah, my reading skills proven to be good. Cal, Jaden, they were both here today. Ya homeboy, El homeboy. I think that's Juan Yalol, the Uzbek. Yeah, that's as far up as I can go. But yes, W's. Sasha. Thank you all. Make sure again, if you're new, sub. We got a few more seconds here for me, and then I'm done. Oh, we're up to 34, 37. Let's keep them rolling in. Can we get 3 more? Can we get 3 more? Let's get to 3440. Let's get to 3440. 3 more people. I know 3 of you haven't subbed. Let's get 3 more. You got a couple seconds. The headphones are off, but I will continue to stream here as much as I can. I got finals coming up, so it's going to get a little rough, but yeah. I don't like tacos, said no Juan ever. Well, that feels a little racially charged. 34-38. Let's go. Come on. Let's keep clicking. It's free, it's easy. We got 57 likes. Yes. That's what we love to see, chat. What we love to see. Okay? Fantastic. Remember when Cal said he was streaming all 82? Yeah, I don't know why he with all due respect to Cal, I don't know why he said that. That's a tough task. It's a tough thing to do. Yeah, I know. The number of streams it's going to be closer to like 20. Oh, we got 1 more. Come on, guys. We're so close. 34, 39. Come on. The Sabres are relevant for the first time in 15 years. Come on, give me some more love. 1 more, and then we're done. 1 more, and then this. Yay! There we go. We got our final one. Thank you. Yes. Who knew that good old-fashioned begging worked? But yeah, I want to thank all of you guys again. Let's read the chat for a little bit. Nah, I got my 2 mentions. Yeah, Victor, you are. That's the 3rd one right there. Victor, that's another one. Yes, let's go Buffalo. I changed this name after a 7-3 loss to Calgary just before the 10-game win streak. Yeah, pissed off. I mean, if the Sabres win a round pissed off, are you going to change the name then, or are you going to keep it the same? But woo-wee. What a stream this was. What a stream. But, yep, I think that's going to do it. I'm done. I am done. Make sure to like and subscribe. I mentioned it already. But also, check out our description box. In there, you'll find the links to our Discord and our Instagram. You'll get up-to-date Buffalo sports news from the Instagram. Jaden does a great job over there. And join the Discord. And, of course, like and subscribe. Cal and I do a great job over here, I think. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, he will change. Maybe if you went around. Maybe, let's do this. If the Sabres go to the Stanley Cup Finals, pissed off Sabres fan. Actually, no. Pissed off Sabres fan, don't change your name until the Sabres win the Cup. If the Sabres win the Cup, then you can change it for next season. Yeah. But anyways, I am done now. My voice is nearly gone. Thanks for joining me. This was a fun stream. I think I'll be back for Tuesday's game against the Sabres and Islanders, so I will see you then. Anyways, cheerio.